So you've got to go into the watch together.
Yeah, the link is in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
That's
Can you see the link in the group chat?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. I get what you mean now. Sorry.
All right.
And also answer that phone as well.
All right, guys, let's get going. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Smudcast number 429. Okay, Cowboy Bebop fans need to chill out. Oh, this is going to be great. This is a video that came out just last month by Joey. I don't know who Joey is, but he's a popular YouTuber. He's got 429,000 subs. And this video has about 115,000 views. So,
if you ever heard of the name The Anime Man, this is him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I have not. So
I just watch anime. I don't watch anime men.
I watch the men and the women. I don't know about you.
I've only seen his videos every so often, not regularly though.
Okay.
All right.
So he's a known guy. I only watched a few minutes of this. It's probably going to age like fine milk, as I said in the comments. As most of these fanboys are like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's going to be great. Like, don't worry about it. It's like, no, it's garbage.
No.
I saw him that he was one of the people who promoted this for Netflix. So Netflix actually paid him to promote this thing.
Yes,
so
really?
what is his opinion gonna
like
be?
Bath having
Are
bathed
you
in
serious?
sewage.
Yes,
Yep.
like if you look up, like there's the podcast that he goes to, and all those members were like saying that this is the best live action ever for Cowboy Bebop. Like if I wanted to see like Spike Spiegel in live action, you can't get any better than this. I was
I
like,
mean, the
dude,
only official live action, because it's the only one, so it is
Yeah,
necessarily
only
the best and
yeah.
the worst at the same time.
tough choice, man.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Maybe I'm gonna pick some cosplayers from 20 years ago instead.
Well, before we start, we got to say hello to some of our newer members just for this Monday Manga Madness Day, because we like to talk about anime and manga. Monday we have Ron Harushin. He's been here before, I believe. Hey, Ron, how you doing?
Hey, and this is actually a better topic for me this time.
All right. Good stuff.
Welcome.
And we have Hawk, as always, in between him and myself. And then we have
Hello.
Western Howler. Hey, Western, how you doing?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Hello.
Western, are you okay with the watch together? Your settings all right?
Yes, I got it now.
Okay, so anytime you guys want to pause the video, click on the bottom left-hand icon and go ahead, talk. It's okay. I'll let you talk. I'll try to keep the conversation going because this will go on. We have so many people here, and Hawk is here with us, as well as Whisp, so that's more than enough.
What is this passive-aggressive nonsense?
No. I'm just going back on historical examples of Hawk and Wisp together.
Historic examples of Britain versus
If I remember
Germany.
correctly, is it Simon making a Whisp rant?
Well-
He's only 4 hours long. so
Well, we
far.
already had
He's only gone
a
through two
talk about
Smudcasts.
bread.
Yeah, those
before-
kinds of moments I just call Wisp the Pissed.
Yeah, well,
What?
again, when it gets to
What?
food and bread, we already had that before the stream, and I'm sure it's going to jump into that somehow.
I am a what now?
Baked goods.
Don't worry
Wisp.
about it. Wiz.
Anything that comes out of the
Yeah.
kitchen, you're going to have something to say about it. And that's totally fine, but, we try to stay on topic.
Wait. That sounds like projection.
No. I don't
Which
ramble on.
socialists do, Smud, and socialists are just trying to destroy. I
Yeah.
can't even be bothered to do it, actually, to be honest with you. I'm like,
Yes, the
Just
Canadian
trying
culinary
to take
world.
away our cheese.
We import most of our cheese, so
the cheese that's been imported by the radical right wing of Canada.
yeah, the radical right wing. Yeah, the guys who can't have any power and say stupid
Yeah.
shit during elections. Yeah, it's great.
Or like that guy that we saw, whose name escapes me because
No one cares.
no one cares.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
no! I keep being reminded that what's her face is Canadian. And
Who?
Justin Trudeau.
Naturalities?
not Neurality is the other one, the one that we
Is
watched.
it Lily
William
Orchard?
The one we, yeah,
Oh,
Lily,
Lily.
the one we
Lily Orchard.
banned. We're not
Lily
watching
Orchard,
it.
yeah.
I feel so
Yeah.
sorry for Canada.
We're a bit confused. Yeah.
Canada's fault. They keep producing it.
Canada's fault.
What? They
No.
just made 400,000 foreign workers permanent residents. They're fine.
Yeah, they're great. Anyway.
What could possibly go wrong?
Anyway, this is a 10-minute video. I don't know how long it'll take to go through, depending on how crazy he has takes, but I don't think it's going to take that long. He's kind of be like, hey, it's a good show. It's okay. It's going to be fun. And then, oh, no. Dude, come on. So, something like along those lines. I don't see this as being a very intellectual video or lots of takes. So, anyway.
What's that?
They say colonoscopy is
A
fine,
dog
but those
tag
will never
necklace?
go right.
Right.
All right, let's get going.
So what up, it's your boy. So some fresh.
Whoa. We got some echo.
Someone is echoing, yes. It ain't me for once.
All right, guys, if you have any sort of onboard video, just mute your mic when you're listening, and you want to talk, unmute your mic when we pause the video.
Headphones.
Or use, well, no, obviously you don't just push headphones in at the last minute by magically having them appear in your hands. But just to keep in mind, if there's an echo, just pause or mute your mic and unpause when you want to talk. Okay, great.
So what up, it's your boy. So some fresh off the press news and updates. The Cowboy Bebop live action Twitter has just released some, I guess, teaser footage. I'm actually not too sure what this is exactly. It's definitely not a trailer.
It literally tells you.
It says it's a trailer. It says it's the
Yeah.
official trailer. It's about the official trailer.
It's right there in the
So it's a
corner.
pre-trailer or whatever. It's a trailer.
You wear glasses.
Yeah,
Come
this
on.
is-
So this guy is corrupt and retarded.
This is the video that has like the Scott Pilgrim versus the World sort of style
Yeah.
to it.
This is the one that when I watched it, I said to you, Spud, but I felt that everything felt so wooden, and it just felt like a really bad like fan-made YouTube thing, and I was like, oh, this is just so terrible.
Except even fan-made YouTube things are better than this.
Interestingly enough,
fan-made YouTube things without getting copyright struck.
no.
So just in comparison,
I think this actually could have worked. It was just too goofy for me. Like I don't see Bebop as goofy and fourth wall breaking like like versus the World movie is kind of, or that trailer was kind of like. So it felt off for me. It wasn't bad.
Pilgrim versus
Scott
Kentucky.
Pilgrim.
Was it
Smart,
Scott Pilgrim?
these,
Sorry.
these people only know one type of humor, and it's that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong when they said it's Deadpool humor. That's not Bebop. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Everyone wants Deadpool humor, and it's a bit like
If you want
No.
Deadpool humor, then
watch Deadpool.
watch and read
There's no more
Deadpool.
genres anymore. Everything has to
Definitely
be.
read Deadpool. It's all is the same because these people. I mean that these people only know one type of humor, and it is quirky, random, for
Oh.
floor break, or self-aware.
Complete
Oh, we're
stupid
doing some
shit,
dumb
yeah.
things here.
That's
It's all it
exactly what
is.
that
Figures, yeah, that's all it is.
All right.
Trailer for the actual TV series, the live action series, by the way, that's going to be coming out on Netflix for those of you who don't know and just happened to click on this video because you were curious. Yeah, Netflix is making a live action Cowboy Bebop, and people are losing their goddamn minds about it in many ways. Official trailer in 1 week. Until then, may we humbly present.
I think that is a bad description of what's going on. People have not been losing their minds over it. They have said, this looks like crap. And then
does look like-
went somewhere else. That's not
mean,
losing your
Death
mind.
Note did set a good example of
Yeah,
what to
they're-
expect,
Yeah,
honestly.
the universal
When
opinion
has
on
Netflix
this.
made a good reenactor?
Yeah, the universal opinion on this adaptation has been pretty low across the board.
Let me just see if I can pull up the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh dear lord.
I actually
no.
can't think of a time Netflix
just
has done a
don't.
good job reenacting an anime.
Please don't let them touch Dragon Ball.
Don't ever
They
let
really
them
don't.
think-
Oh,
Evolutionary
boy.
did that.
Every Revolutionary did that, yeah.
It is.
Don't
Yeah,
ever
please don't,
let
please
them...
don't let Netflix do it again.
Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys.
What's the
It is
Rotten-
50% from the critics and 53% from the fans.
When do you
So-
think Netflix will get Berserk?
The first time in a long time that the critics and the first time in a long time that the critics and the audience pretty much agree.
Well, that's
Well, that
it's
sounds
funny.
like pretty good scores for a shitty adaptation.
Yeah, but
Not really.
it's one thing I've noticed on Rotten Tomatoes actually just recently is The critics don't even seem to be bothered about even reviewing the damn stuff they brag about on Twitter. Because I was watching,
if they do, they give it an automatic 100.
Well, I was watching Heel versus Babyface, and Batwoman Season 3 has got 0 reviews by critics.
I wonder why.
Not 0%, but as in like no one's reviewed it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And it's like there's only been 16 audience reviews on it, and it's like wow, no one professional has even bothered to like. Yeah, they're all good. They'll gush over it on Twitter. It's almost like they forget that their job as a critic is to criticize things and like professionally, and not just on a rabid left-leaning psychopathic hellhole known as Twitter.
Yeah,
really?
You
You don't
don't
say.
remember back then I said
feel important about themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
Back then I said I checked because I wanted to know because the audience viewership was according to Doomcock beneath reruns of game shows, and that is very, very low. And
Indeed.
so I wanted to know, is anyone pirating this? So I checked the torrents of it, and it didn't even get up to 4 digits. Nobody is even pirating that.
And that
It's
is
too
sad.
bad. It's too bad to be pirated.
Speaking of pirating
Really
things,
good thinker.
is anyone actually going to watch this? I have no idea.
No,
Not particularly,
I
no.
saw
I'm
clips
ready
of
to
it.
Gundam
Wasn't
stuff
enough.
too.
From what I saw, this is too bad to pirate.
I haven't even watched
It
the
doesn't
original.
deserve-
Do you really think I'm gonna watch this?
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh,
I was rewatching the original, thank you.
Why would I want to watch bad
I mean,
actors with bad direction and bad camera work and bad lighting with a bad, disgusting script, where with distorted characters on top of that with actors that seem to hate me for just not agreeing with them or loving their absolute crap, fraudulent bullshit, when I can watch the original anime.
yeah, exactly.
even like the original creator said that he doesn't like this adaptation. I think that's enough telling.
That's kind of funny.
Like, it wasn't like his choice that this is gonna get bought by Netflix because it was Sunrise who had the license. So
Which is disappointing, and I am disappointed in Sunrise.
Never give people your license
and
without.
probably the CEO at the time is no longer working there, kind of like Konami.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy, that's a whole other
We do
ballgame.
not speak of Konami.
Yeah.
Never give anyone your license unless you have a very, very long list of demands.
Well, just don't put creative directors in charge of the company for more than 2 seconds. You'll be fine.
And don't hire activists.
Or people from marketing. Or HR.
Well,
Or people from Kenosha.
you could argue a CEO is designed for sales, but marketing guys maybe not the best, but definitely not the guys making the games. Just don't do that.
No, at least not entirely.
They should be on the table. They shouldn't be making the decisions, though. I think that's fine.
Maybe a couple here and there just to make sure it's good, but not
Right.
everything.
They're allowed to come to the table, but they don't sign the checks. Let's just say that. Anyway.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
They're allowed to
Put them
turn
at the
them.
kiddies table, that's what you do.
Yeah, give them their own table. That's a perfect idea. Yeah, just have them sit in the corner over there. It's like, yeah, you're good. You're good. Have a do.
Give them some crayon, some paper, and just leave them for a
Exactly.
good, couple of hours.
It's okay,
tire
you're
themselves
included.
out.
We'll take your ideas. Then throw them in the trash.
All right, let's go.
We'll stick this on the fridge. When the kids leave the room, throw it in the bin. Throw it in the bin.
The Lost Session, and it is a 2-minute promo teaser footage. I'm actually not too sure what it is exactly, but in the span of just a day, it has almost 1 million views on Twitter, 6,000 quote retweets, which usually doesn't really mean a good thing for a lot of cases. But for those of you who already follow me on Twitter, you guys would know that I quote retweeted this. I checked it out when it came out, and I said something along the lines of, actually kind of love this. And apparently, according to Twitter,
Of course you do. They
You are a
paid
very-
you.
You're a very, very dumb man.
They paid you to say that.
Who's
Of
your
course you love
provider?
it. Trying to play it off, but we know the truth.
This is what corruption looks like.
Yep.
And this is why you and Noble are no little friends. Shoot.
What?
Him and Noble Paws, or what was it? Yeah, Noble Paws, they used to be friends. And apparently they aren't anymore.
Oh, wait. Oh, I don't even know who that person is.
He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. But, yeah.
This guy needs to chill out.
I just hope he has a disclaimer in his comments or something. His description. I don't care where.
I don't think so.
Your hope in humanity. So pure.
I know. Okay.
Twitter, I think I said something that like broke the Geneva Convention or something, because my god, some people were
Look how he's
absolutely
blinking.
losing their goddamn minds. By the way, I will leave the link to this video or this tweet down in the description if you'd like to check out the video for yourself. Obviously, I'm not going to play it in this video. I've already seen it. Don't want to get copyrighted, to be honest. But the reason why I wanted to make this video
They
is
paid
because
you.
I thought that the reception to this teaser footage was kind of interesting. I have a healthy bit of skepticism, a healthy skeptic optimism, if you'd like to call
No,
it,
you don't.
about this live-action Cowboy
No,
Bebop.
you have
It
a
is
healthy wallet that
big,
eats
big
everything up it's
anime
offered.
series that Netflix has to live up to the name for. Even though they've got some pretty good actors, both casted and acting pretty well just within this 2.5 minute teaser, there are a lot of people
And
who are
they were
saying
wasted.
Netflix
That
on
one
this.
bitch.
Hold on.
They were wasted on this, for the record.
It is literally the most wooden piece of shit I've ever seen. I could literally make a boat out of how wooden the acting is.
He makes some weird cuts. Like he doesn't just keep talking. He cuts to him talking.
Yeah, but it's like when they're trying to get like the bounty, I've got the bounty. That's not the bounty. I've got the bounty. That's still not the bounty. What the fuck? And it's so blandly given. You're like,
That
it looks-
sounds like Hawk. That sounds like the German Mass Effect dub.
yeah, but it's so badly done. It looks like they're reading the script off the side of the camera. It's like someone's holding the script up. It's like none of them can be asked to remember anything. It's so wooden.
Is acting school
And-
not a thing anymore?
And John Cho just looks like
Beauty matters.
he just looks like a 40-year-old man who's like, I really don't give a shit anymore about anything. Trying to
Vicious
be-
looks like he's like samurai cop with white hair. That he has like intense open eyes every single scene. Like he can't close his eyes. Because Vicious always
like
came
a
off for me as like a
He's
very
just-
calm,
he's just,
cold-blooded killer. So
he's just staring
seeing
at
him
you.
this is
Menacingly.
crazy. But funny enough, like for the Japanese dub of the Netflix show, they got the original cast back just to dub over the show, and it's bizarre.
Those poor saves.
Bizarre.
Doesn't help much, but still.
Yeah, but
I don't
it's
want to hear the
honestly-
original face say the word nutbags in Japanese.
Like I saw another bit of the trailer and everything where they're talking about was it B-days and everything. And I was
Yeah,
I was
bread,
like-
cheese bread, and bidets. Oh, fuck.
yeah, and I was like, I just watched it and I was just a bit like, oh my god, none of you have any acting ability whatsoever. You all come. Everyone's dead behind the eye. You know, like you can when you look into like an actor's eyes, you can see whether they're in the role or not. Everyone just looks dead.
Well, the
It's
woman
just-
is obviously a psychopath, so she always has
Only
dead
for the
eyes.
check.
And now that we've
Yeah.
had it paused for this long, is his teeth like crooked or something? They look like they go
His
down
teeth,
and up.
yes. Oh yeah, it's,
He's
yeah.
just
It's-
Australian.
That is it's
Yeah,
perfectly
he's an,
normal
he's an
human teeth.
Aussie.
I don't know.
Yeah, so like us Brits have bad teeth, but
They
like,
go
It's
down.
a genetic
a
thing,
lot.
yeah, from
It's what you
British.
get from only eating soft, mushy stuff all your life instead of
What?
some nice things like carrots, raw, natural
And sausages.
carrots.
honestly, it's all the
Sausages,
shirts on
eh?
the Barbie.
Eat some bricks.
Why?
Don't eat bricks. Bricks of butter, bricks of bricks. I don't care. Don't eat bricks. All right.
Oh, is that how you're gonna shit bricks? Okay.
Have you ever seen that Swedish bread that is just some flat wooden things made of sawdust?
Yes.
Ew.
I had it.
That's a brick.
Okay.
Okay.
When I see the silhouette here, I don't know why, but I'm reminded of Afro Ninja.
Oh yeah, Afro Ninja. Oh.
John Cho should play Afro Ninja. He only needs to go blackface. He already has the hair.
Damn, that Afro.
But yeah, this trailer is pretty cringe. Yeah, pretty cringe to watch.
So here's the I put on screen the two versions of Vicious, the anime, where he's pretty stoic and just doesn't give a shit. And
yeah, Vicious is actually a stoic character. Meanwhile, like what was that Guts video we watched?
Oh dear lord! Honestly, I was gritting my teeth watching you cover that video. I could have just jumped in and ripped that guy's neck off.
It was a fun video. Your pain was fun.
I need to go back and actually watch that.
Like, as a person who's only really watched the anime of Berserk, I was listening to him. I'm like, did you actually watch the thing that you're on about?
We know, Hawk, that deep down, like, it ruined the character for you with episode 1, but we didn't want to tell you.
Well, I loved every bit of it.
I know.
I was like, this is great.
So anyway, when you're casting a guy to play Vicious, you want a guy who's the most like straight-faced dude, who's intense but not emotionally passionate. He's just sort of serious. Not quite doing it with the facial. Like, that's a lot of detail on the face there for this gentleman. I don't know his name. Don't want to do that. You want plain, basic-looking dude, and that's it.
I'm just gonna call him Samurai Cop, really.
Okay.
I hope
It's
yeah.
I believe somebody called him, or said he was vicious. He was hopped up on crypto. I think.
Yeah, crypto and weed. Anyway.
Oh god.
420
no.
blaze it.
Anyway.
Oh god, no! My mind is now playing the Netflix adaptation of Samurai Champloo.
No, don't do it.
Oh. No. The Yu Yu Hakusho live action is going to come first.
That is not going to run well. Oh boy.
Of course I won't.
This is what a culture war looks like.
Yeah,
Make
that
everything
yeah,
shit.
I'm pretty sure that culture war started all the way back with Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh dear lord.
Okay.
You know it's true.
Okay.
Everything you
I'm
like
not
will be
sure
made
that's that.
into
Let us not mention that ever again.
You can't stop
Does
me.
ever speak of this ever again?
You can't stop me.
Yeah, he can. He can mute you. It's perfectly. He's Canadian. He has the power.
We could actually do
Of course,
these. Our freedom of speech laws are pretty bad. Yeah, we can.
Of course, the Brit is the one asking for it.
Well,
Okay. In all seriousness, let's move on.
yeah.
How dare you ruin Cowboy Bebop? Curse you the ends of the earth. I don't know, man. I just don't really understand why people are getting so pissed.
Okay, then we don't have to listen to your
You're
opinion
not
anymore because it's quite
You love
easy to understand.
Yeah, end the video. We're
They don't
done.
want to see something that they love be
All
destroyed.
you understand is little green papers going into your wallet.
President.
Not a single word you utter matters.
You know, I
It's
remember.
all lies. It's not your own thoughts. It's just stuff you say so you get the green money.
I recall back in high school, I was studying art with my art teacher, and she was showing me a painting. I think it was a Gainsborough painting. I can't remember who painted it. But she showed me a portrait of two people, and there was a lady and a man. And the lady had a very elaborate dress. And she told me a story when she was in fashion school back in the 60s or whatever. And she was saying they tried to recreate that painting in real life. And they could not get the fabric to hold or look like it did in the painting. Like, they tried all these different techniques. They tried spraying on a veneer that make it shiny. They could not get it to do it that way. So from one representative painting to not be able to be done in real life, just to get the dress to look a certain way, the certain lighting and certain fabric, couldn't it be done? The chances of getting Bebop, a extremely cross-genre, we're talking what noir versus space opera or spaghetti western style story, to be put into live action needs a heck of a lot of budget, a heck of a lot of planning. And it's not to say there wasn't some budget, like you could tell they put a lot of money into this, but to get it to look like Bebop is almost impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So on the idea of adaptation alone, it probably wasn't going to work very well.
No. But to go to his point that he just made, I can't understand why people are getting upset. It is easy. It's something people love. You don't go up to someone at a funeral and go, I don't really know why you're upset. I just can't understand it. What's the big deal about it?
I know.
As the wife's crying at her husband's grave.
Oh, it's just shit. Why are you upset? The thing you love is no shit. Why? I don't understand why you crying.
Any person...
It's almost like you're losing your collective minds, everybody.
Yeah, anyone who's an anime fan or knows what adaptation means and has been to the cinema in the past 30, 40 years can say, oh yeah, these things probably aren't going to work out so well. And we can go back in the day to Dune, for example. As amazing as that movie even exists, we can tell from the books, like, yeah, this is not very accurate. And because, you can't have technology back, like the shields were way off. It's like, okay, but they can't do much with 3D technology back in the day because they didn't have any.
The worms, the likes of which even God has never seen.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit they could not pull off, so they had to compromise, and that's unfortunately what you have to do.
Yeah, those were technological limitations. We don't have those as much anymore.
Yes.
What speaks more to your argument is, I'd say, every movie ever made by Uwe Boll.
That's a whole other ballgame. I think that's an issue of...
Well, that is essentially what Netflix is doing. Get license, make some sort of money.
Okay, but
don't care about accuracy, don't care about the proper representation of the product, don't care about what the actual fans of the thing want, just make flick that runs once in the cinema and that no one watches ever again.
Just make it good.
Some of the old Resident Evil movies.
I'm reminded.
Uwe Boll did it to scam the German movie fund that is made for fledgling artists. Yet he made his movies in all other countries, and then shot one scene in Germany to tap into that juicy money. Well, just like some other US productions do, like the Hansel and Gretel Vampire Slayer thing nonsense. They had one scene in Brunswick, and it looked really shitty and tagged on. Just I think after the credits, before the credits, I don't know. It looked horrible.
Just a completely stupid movie in general.
Well,
yeah, but that scene looked completely
some
off.
Of those
that was enough to get the juicy German movie money.
Some of those can actually look well, but whether they're actually adapted well is another question. But I immediately thought of that quote from Jurassic Park where the scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could do something, they didn't stop to think if they even should. It's like, why would you even do that? Like, what's the point?
The thing is, why? The major question is why create a live action version of an anime? And it's like you have to ask, what's the point of it?
Yeah.
And if it's not
what
to
you
make...
said before. It's what you said before. It has you can do completely different things with it. Didn't know where to interject that, but anime and lots of animation often looks larger than life.
Yeah.
And now how do you want to achieve looking larger than life with just life?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's lots of stuff in anime that just cannot translate. And if you guys have seen I saw the clip of Ed of the live action on Twitter, and I was like, okay.
I just saw a picture.
It was too much. Like, you cannot translate a Gumby-like little girl who's rambling and saying crazy stuff to Spike, who's almost incapacitated. and expect me to understand what the hell is going on.
Oh no, so Ed has some wisdom to her.
Oh no, it's not impossible, but you gotta tone it down for reality.
Yeah, you can't do quirky. That doesn't work.
Yeah, she's on level 10 every time she opens her mouth. It's like, okay, that's probably not going to happen in reality. Probably. She can't just throw herself out of a top of a cliff and get caught by her dad when she's, slamming her face into the ground and just at the last moment she gets picked up. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can't do.
She's a little bit like Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah. There's a bit of crazy. Like, obviously she's nuts, but it's too much energy for a live person to emulate. Mm-hmm. So you have to tone it down, scale back.
If you want, you need the perfect actress for it that really knows how to pull this off.
I think the acting,
but then all the other stuff in your adaptation must be as perfect.
Yeah, I think acting. I always say that. I know people don't agree with me, but acting is usually a secondary factor for adaptations. When you do a Marvel adaptation, when you do anything from comic books, it's like, do you look like the Thing in the Thing? If you do, you're already halfway there. The other half, which is not as important, is the acting. And you can find a guy and you can train them. You could, just say your lines in the way we told you to say them. We have 30 different takes we can use. Just, go crazy. That's the excuse. You have a brute force approach. Just look the part. That's all you got. Sound the part even helps too, but looking the part.
I'm actually
because when it looks out there, the rest we can. I think we are subconsciously projecting onto the character the things that we know about the character.
Yeah, it's the comic book style because, as we said before, each frame in a comic is the storyboard for a cell or for a section of a video. It's like, it's already done for you. Just take that frame, the exact same frame, and just stick it as one of your keyframes for your live action and just keep going. And that's all you got to do. It's hard.
And if you use someone who's not a lookalike, or even more someone completely different, like the usual race swap, then that actor better be the most amazing, most perfect person to pull this character off.
Yeah, because
if that's not the case, it's just broken.
Look at Henry Cavill. He is, if you look at him without the Superman getup, like at the street or working out, it's like, that's Superman, that's Clark Kent, no problem. You just put him in a suit, put him some glasses on him, boom, you're done. And he's a good actor. He's a very good actor, in fact. So he could carry that movie, as bad as those films were, if they just focused on him more. Unfortunately, the script sucks, but that's you could at least appreciate the acting and the physique and all the elements of that.
Doesn't help that they used the New 52 suit that doesn't have the undies.
So
undies are best.
So really, what you're saying is you're actually kind of happy that Netflix, for such a over-exaggerated, character with a lot of emotional range, they didn't go for Kristen Stewart.
Depending on what is Kristen Stewart known for aside from vampires and being Power Girl?
She's known for that one facial expression.
Yeah, I know, but if you saw her in her recent stuff,
all the female actresses now in Hollywood.
She's playing a Princess Diana.
Oh my god! How?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that.
The British more.
Hey,
yeah, but I'm actually looking forward to it. Is she playing
Diana post or pre-Crash?
Yeah, we know you want it to suck.
Oh my god!
No, I'm just looking forward to it.
It's a happy Diana make that face.
Happy ending.
Well,
it's a happy ending.
There are plenty of good British ladies that could have pulled off a better Princess Diana than Kristen Stewart.
How are you gonna do Diana?
Technically, Princess Diana's crash is like an isekai. It was just people were just worried ready at the time.
She's off to a better place. Oh god!
I'm sorry.
I just.
Oh, is this a Jimmy Cocky story?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
But because the problem is, as Mark will know, whenever someone brings up Princess Diana, I just think of that horrific thing that my town did on the anniversary of her death. Oh, it was horrible. They made a mural
what was it?
to her. They made a mural to her. Like they made like a picture of her, and it literally looked like her after the car crash.
Oh my god!
You know, it didn't.
That is messed up.
Hang on, I'll find a picture of it, and I'll put it into stream memes so we can all have a look at it later.
All
but
right. Okay.
This cost. I think it cost about £20,000 to
Wow.
do. Yeah, it was a proper mural thing, and it's just
Do you hate her or something?
my town was an embarrassment. It was on national news. No, we loved the UK loved her, and we're on my town was on national news for it. It was
that bad,
terrible.
It feels like an episode of a sitcom.
Oh, I was just cringing.
Of course you were.
Okay. Anyway, let's try to get back to the video.
Off about this, to be honest, because if you ask me, someone who has seen a lot of live-action adaptations of anime in the past, this one is actually looking really promising. I think the problem is that, again, just within the anime community, when we hear the words live action, we just immediately lose our minds. We think to ourselves, oh god, no, they are ruining it.
Yes.
I wonder
because
why
they
is that.
always,
Yes, they
number one,
are.
they always do. Two, it's not a community. It's just a demographic of people who watch stuff.
Yeah, and we all have this general idea of what quality is because in the past we've seen it always be bad, low quality crap. Why is that hard to grasp? It's like history. Hey, in the past we've had Dragon Ball adaptations. How is that? Oh, it wasn't very good. Why is that? I don't know. There's lots of reasons. Who
I
cares?
mean, Dragon Ball was only the one.
Yes, but we can
the
go
point is,
down the list. They're all bad.
They did
Yes.
Gundam too.
Oh god. You know, the thing is, when fans do live action adaptations, fan works, fan films of these things, they usually have passion for it, love to detail, and they really try to pull off the atmosphere. And we say, okay, you make this with basically zero budget. You only make this with passion. And for that, it's pretty often pretty good. And astonishingly better than this.
Well, the reason is because they take a very specific scene or they do their own new thing and it lasts maybe 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and it's just enough. It's like, okay, you just did enough not to drag it out. Like there's that wonderful rescue mission live action. Well, obviously it's live action Star Wars from KOTOR. And they did like this. Everything was just enough. The budget could have been a lot bigger, of course. The acting could have been a bit better. The costumes could have been a bit better. But it was just enough. The camera angles were done very well that you got enough of the information in front of your face. Like there were these fight scenes with guns and lightsabers that worked. And if they went even further, it would have just been boring and long and slow. So, yes, the fans know what they're doing, but even then, you can see some fan works that are just like, ooh, that's not very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
Well, it's
One of my
really
favorites
bad
there.
fan work, like Lily Orchard's story.
Move on from that bitch, please.
Oh god.
No, how can you not like a woke socialist Sith Lord? What's not to like about those sort of characters?
Well, it does drive
Yes.
home that it's evil.
But she's a good guy, Wisp.
It's a
She
socialist.
attacked
They're all bad.
fascists.
They're all evil. The joke is just that socialists think that they're good at the same time.
She kills space
That's the
capitalist
delusion.
fascists or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I
that's how
don't
that
know.
works. If you just kill people, the world becomes better.
And she
Yeah.
married Ray.
Yeah, and she married. Oh my gee, yeah. And then Ray broke a man's arm.
Yeah, but for a better, for
Still
better
not as
fan-
bad as
for-
as the comics made about her having a relationship with a Pokemon.
Why do you keep talking?
Wisp, holy shit!
I forgot to finish the sentence. I meant about this horrible Lily Orchard bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Don't,
I just-
damn.
don't
just
start with
say-
Pokemon /fic. That is.
Damn,
God.
Wisp the pissed indeed.
It was like, why do you keep talking? Everyone else was like, is there another bit? And was like, No. Just tells people to stop talking. Doesn't elaborate. Leaves.
For a better example, one of my more favorite of the Star Wars fan films is one about Darth Maul. That is where he finishes his training under Sidious, and it has a few little issues, but for fan work, it is amazing. The writing is amazing. It uses very little dialogue. The actors are surprisingly good, and if you watch Maul, especially the actor of Darth Maul, in that, you can see little moments that seem like he doesn't really want to do this, but he does because Sidious is watching him. Like, there is a moment where he seems like he might want to turn a Jedi Padawan to his side, but he doesn't say anything. But it's the visual language of all these scenes of join me. But he's not saying it because he knows he's watched. But it's already there that he wants to subvert Sidious.
Well, it's probably better than the one with Batman where he fights Darth Vader, so yeah.
Maybe. I haven't seen that one. And I'm scared.
That one was fine.
I've watched Batman fight the Predator and Alien in a fan film. Nothing surprises me anymore. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, watch the Darth Maul fan film. It's surprising.
All right. Here's to Tim 505. Thank you for the 5. Did you know the girl in Frosty the Snowman is named Karen? Thanks.
Wait, what? Frosty the Snowman, like, as in...
There's new trivia for me to know.
Yeah, I don't know what the significance of that is.
Yeah, what?
Who cares?
No, don't say who cares. God, you're worse than Whisp.
Makes your brain grow with information.
Yeah, Gingman, who cares? God, jeez. Go get fucked, Karen.
I'm assuming it's not the claymation
I'm
version.
Gingman. I'm on my PC. Get fucked, Karen. Just...
Yeah, that's not fair. You're not called Karen.
Oh,
how do you know? You don't know my real name.
You want to be called Karen?
Oh, come on.
I've been called worse. God, Sylvia, I've been called a lot worse.
Anyway.
Okay, back to the video.
Yes.
Putting real actors into it. There is no way you can make a live action anime work with real actors. It is impossible. Physics and...
it could work with slice of life stuff.
Yeah, the stuff
that is not magical fantasy science fiction stuff.
with down to earth stuff.
Yeah, it can be.
What was that thing? Oh no, none of you, Sarah and Cyrek, I watched an anime with me. I forgot the name. It was a relatively recent slice of life thing. That was really good. You could have adapted that easily.
You know what they could make? Shimonetta. You could actually make Shimonetta.
Oh, really?
You know what?
I mean, it's already halfway there anyway, realistically.
Aside from what's her face, that is like has the power of the Terminator, can just break through walls. And what's her name?
I don't remember.
What?
Well, yeah, you don't want to remember that too much. It's a little perverted, but that's okay.
You know, the interesting
What
thing
if I do want to remember
about some of the slice of life things I've seen is that the animation in those is so bloody amazing that even there, a real life adaptation would just miss a lot.
Well, okay, think of other Shinichiro Watanabe works like Carol and Tuesday. Believe it or not, Space Dandy and Carol of Tuesday take place within the Cowboy Bebop movie universe. So Carol and Tuesday is basically a musical anime. So if you're just having a bunch of people perform music on stage, okay, that's pretty easy to emulate. You get a band together, they can perform the music. You get the women who look like the women in the anime, they can sing the songs the same way. Great, you got it. You could even get voice acting to sing the songs for the people. That's fine. So you can do a lot of things. in live adaptations, but it's still a visual medium. You have to be adaptive to, or where it came from, rather. So it's tough. But if the focus is something else outside of the visual, like an audio or sound or music or dancing, it's like, okay, I could totally understand doing like a skating anime into live action. You can do something.
Oh God,
like that. It's possible.
I just had flashbacks. Oh God.
I can't wait. I can't wait for when they, in regards to skating anime, when they do Kyle Rittenhouse's anime.
Oh, really?
Live action.
Can we not get into that?
Oh, okay.
Even though he got acquitted of all charges, but let's not get into that.
I wasn't getting into it. I was just saying I want to see an anime of it.
We have to watch the video.
Anime of it.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Pedo Joe being after Kyle now.
Yeah.
I'd rather wanted to ask you, what did you think about the Speed Racer movie? Because technically that was an anime adaptation.
It was fine.
Okay.
That one was actually decent. I liked it.
It got the feel right because everything was so over exaggerated.
Right.
Yeah, it had the room to really like zero in on what made the original as memorable as it was.
Does that have John Goodman in it? That one.
Yes.
That the movie
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the movie that looked like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
I mean that kind of helped it, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, whenever you go to the route of goofy comedy or not slapstick, but stuff that's just silly, it's like, okay, we don't have to take it seriously, so our minds can suspend reality just enough. It's like, yeah, okay, we don't have to worry too far. We don't have to go that far.
It's a suspension of disbelief, isn't it?
Yes, we don't have to unwillingly do it too strongly. Whereas with Bebop, it's like sci-fi noir, westernish, and then there's a bit of comedy in there, but the comedy is always like off to the side, like Big Shot. Like there's these two people on a game show and they're talking about bounties, and that's kind of goofy. What the hell's? But it's all within the world of that broadcast. It's not within the physical, because it's pretty. Like Bebop's pretty serious at times.
And Bebop is in itself an art piece. To pull that off right, you have to invest a lot, and you have to use the right lenses as well to get the right effects. And when you have these in these kinds of anime, you see this a lot with Studio Trigger, where they use very distorted perspectives. You need to work with fisheye lenses in that. Bebop has a few of these scenes that would profit from that. I doubt, because I haven't seen more than just a few scraps I was shown, and I have no intent to watch the entire thing. I doubt that this adaptation got that much care that they even did that. Considering
they reduced it, was it 11 episodes or something like that? The way that Bebop did it was every episode was focused on a certain theme, and it was either serious or exciting or goofy or just fun. And there
was close stories.
They were all episodic. Yeah, they were all focused.
Close stories with a meta plot.
Yeah, you can't just have like comedy and drama and action and serious. Like you can't do it all within one episode. It doesn't work. That's not how you have narrative beating or beats. Every narrative has to beat a certain way and connect the dots a certain way. And from what I saw,
it's very, very tonally consistent.
You have to keep the idea of the premise of the story, if you're doing episodic stories, consistent. You can't just jump around. So if they do that, then it should be fine. But it looks as if they're just slamming things together. Like Faye is Faye times 3. Like she's just goofy. She's swearing. Like Faye doesn't really swear, as I recall, in the anime. And now she
has this very, I don't want to say snobby, but this attitude towards I should be treated like a princess. I'm a woman. You should treat me with respect. But she's also someone who, uses that to get her advantage.
Oh, you mean like the actress just played herself?
Which is interesting.
That's what it feels like, yes.
Yeah, which is interesting because it's like, okay, she's a method actress or whatever. She's learning the part, but at the same time, it's like you have to then tone it down. You can't imagine like David Suchet trying to be Poirot, but he's like amping it up.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about method acting. From the interviews she gave, it rather seems like she is just like that.
Oh yeah.
That's her real life character.
Oh really? Well, let's not comment on that. That's outside of the scope of her skills. Anyway, back to the video.
Science deny it, which absolutely not true in my opinion. In fact, there have been many great and even fucking fantastic live action series that are originally based off of manga anime. And look, I totally
Such as?
get it
Name
from
one.
Like, yeah,
Give
let's say,
examples.
like,
This is the
Give me
moment
one.
you have to give us examples.
there's
What,
loads of
Death
there's
Note?
loads of famous French military victories. Like, no, as we move on, no, you have to provide evidence. Listen, you're not a prosecutor with Kyle Rittenhouse. You have to provide evidence. You have to actually do your job. You know, you can't just wing
say,
it.
look over there, scroll, and and we're all looking, but there isn't one, and then you run away.
You said based on. Based on isn't necessarily the same as an adaptation, honestly.
Yeah,
It's just you took some influence from something else.
yeah. That's.
Oh.
I hate that when they go like, there's some. I hate it when people say there's actually some really good of these things, and then proceeds to move on to the next point. Like, no, you have to provide evidence here.
Citation,
You can't
please.
just say. You can't just say, ha 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 ha, my opinion, la 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 la, and then run away. No.
Yeah, he
there's
actually
evidence.
said, in my opinion.
Oh, in my opinion, yeah. Well, opinions are like
Your
assholes.
opinion is
Everyone-
bored. It has the worth of a moldy pumpkin.
Fuck your opinion.
All right.
Yeah. You know what you can do with your opinion? What? You can take it and shove it up your. Anyways, Hawk was taken away before he could finish that explain.
All right, now you're still here.
All right.
Pop joke. Oh Jesus fucking.
I believe he said something about an arse.
Hmm. Well then, let's go.
Oh come on, Smudge, you love it.
Do I love your jokes? Of course I do.
Not the jokes, the other thing.
Well, what? What are we talking about?
Jeez.
What?
Hawk being carried away by police?
Yeah, been away by the police. Well, someone's like, well, I don't not love it.
We are in random noise mode now.
Okay.
from the super fans of the Cowboy Bebop, or is that
No, it's not super fans. It's just people
Fans. Oh.
who've
Yes.
watched
Okay,
anime.
hold on.
Yes, it's
Yeah, but
just...
hold on. Here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Cowboy Bebop. I've hated everything I've seen of this. It does not. Every single trailer has not interested me. It's made me cringe. It's made me go, "What the hell is this?" It looks really, really bad. I'm like, this is just like amateur level of acting, direction, even the look of it. It looks like someone's nicked their dad's handheld camera and filmed it in a parking lot. It just feels so ugh.
Boring.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Yeah, it just looks bland as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just super fans and it's not just fans. It's like if an average Joe person with anime like me is going, this doesn't even look like it's entertaining in of itself, let alone with the suppose nostalgia for Cowboy Bebop and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
It has to stand on its own two. Yeah, a show has to stand on its own 2 feet, and that's a problem in today's.
Yeah, and if
media.
you want to draw on this nostalgia thing, you have to be actually good. And
Yeah.
the straw man that these corrupt people put up is that they call fans who actually care super fans, or that's what or toxic fans.
Because these people don't actually care
The
about
real
anything.
fan in these people's eyes is the brainless idiot who buys everything, watches everything, and as long as the name is on it.
No, that's
You mean the
normies.
consumer? The consumer.
Consumer.
Yeah, but that's what they want. They want to call the normies fans when they are not.
Mhm.
All right.
Like the Wheel of Time show that they're making.
Oh,
Oh, don't
People are actually watching that garbage fire.
Whisp. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Right, don't get angry. Do not get angry. Just sit down. But you know that guy I bumped into that's in the supermarket today? He mentioned the Wheel of Time show.
What did he?
Yeah, he mentioned that he's been watching it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, are you sat down?
Has you read the books?
No. Anyway, are you sat down?
Not anymore.
Not.
Should I sit down on the floor?
Just get. Are there any breakable objects? Because he said it's really good. He's really enjoying it.
I said before that I think your friend is brain damaged.
Oh, okay.
Wisp says reaching for the shotgun.
Look,
No,
Dunn made
reaching for
me
the German
watch
bread.
2 episodes of it.
Oh.
And my God, even if you strip away all the bullshit changes that they made, strip away that they cut out actual characterization of the show, put in bullshit new things, like characters suddenly having wives when they should just be innocent characters that are overwhelmed with the other sex.
When they should be
Just so that they can have a sex scene or have the black guy accidentally kill his pregnant wife. That was fun.
Yeah, accidentally. Sure.
So, guys,
And then leave out key places where they go, like entire cities where they meet key characters of the story, and lots of other shit. And even the eerie, misty, ghostly tentacle thing that goes through the cursed city, that is this eerie white ghosty stuff that moves very slow, they changed into fast moving black creep. That why? What is going on here?
so just remember,
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
the person who
This is not Wheel of Time. This is just someone's crap.
the person who introduced us to Maggie May Fish. Okay, we don't take further suggestions from that same person about other things. It's
No, God, no.
So
In fact, that person,
what I wanted to go at,
in fact, since
even-
then, that person has been banned from the server.
Oh, well,
No,
shit.
even if you ignore all of these things, that show still has horrible pacing, horrible writing, horrible characterization. It still makes no sense. And if anyone said, and they even admit in the annotations of the show that you can click on in Netflix, whatever you need, if you can read all of those, and it's a lot, and why they changed this and that and whatever, you can just go and read the book.
well, this is the same
Because it's
problem
really that much.
with the. I don't know if you guys recall the Shannara series was done in live action for about a year or two.
Really?
Yeah, and
Horror Chronicles?
They
well,
made the Terry Brooks?
the original Shannara, I think it was the Elfstones or whatever. I like the Shannara series of the books, but that show, it had its ups and downs, and then it just degraded. It just was a slow, like, ugh, don't even want to watch it anymore. So a lot of great ideas, a lot of good CGI, good acting, but just the stories were not adapted very well. And there were lots of concessions. I was like, ooh, that's not going to work. That's stupid. Okay, now we're in retard land. And everyone's
Yeah.
like accepting this
Yeah,
as,
yeah.
swords just pop out of your arms. Like, no, no, they don't.
No, this ain't Deus Ex. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and the thing is, with Wheel of Time, they have the resources and the time to do this right and to make something timeless. But nope. It's just how do we get the quickest way to random sex scenes or implied sex scenes and
Ooh.
move the plot along through the first books within one season.
Well,
The
that's
first 2 books in one season. That's like no. They change characters to achieve this.
Like how we completely changed topics.
It's yeah.
This
It's
is
just
That's
this is
that's
the
Smudcast in a
landscape
nutshell.
of adaptations is a garbage fest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anime
Not
adaptations,
wrong.
yes.
All adaptations.
All adaptations.
A good
It's just-
adaptation is something very rare and
okay.
very fun.
I will say Neil Gaiman's Stardust is a pretty good adaptation.
Fuck off. You haven't read the fucking book.
Dude.
I haven't.
No, okay, no, wait.
Okay.
What the old? Excuse you, Wisp. The old Spider-Man movies. Excuse you.
Okay, hold on. Mainly because I'm always against Whisp, but I do agree with Smud here.
You
So,
haven't
yeah,
read the
start-
book either. I told you several times to read it. It's very short.
Yeah,
Don't tell me it's a
fine.
good adaptation if you haven't even read the fucking source material.
It's fine. Don't worry.
What kind
Don't
of
worry.
opinion is that? That is the
Wisp,
same fucking opinion of these people who feel Cowboy Bebop and says, "Oh, it's a pretty good thing."
Wisp, listen.
Have you seen the anime? No.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't care, right? So
Yeah, don't say it's a good adaptation if you don't even know what it's adapted from.
Because it's a good. It's fine.
It's not a good adaptation. It can be an okay movie. It's like the David Lynch Dune thing. You can look at it as an interesting, okay movie. Is it a good adaptation?
It's a fine adaptation. It's fine.
No, don't.
No, I'd say
not adaptation.
I'd say it's a stretch to say that all adaptations are bad. That's just way too far.
I said there are rare exceptions, and we should treasure them fondly and hold them up as this is the bar. You want to have your stuff remembered? You want people to watch your stuff? This is the bar.
Well,
I wouldn't say they're rare.
It's like even the I can't believe I'm going to bring this up, but fuck it. Even the Harry Potter movies are bad adaptations of the books. When you actually,
Isn't it because you hate Harry Potter?
Oh, I absolutely despise Harry Potter and everything that's connected with it. But when you actually see the differences between the books and the movies, you can see that they're a bit like, God, these are actually. There's a few things, but not a lot. They change characters. They change a lot of how things work. I mean, there's plot lines that are completely removed. That
that doesn't automatically mean the movies are garbage, though.
I didn't say they were. I didn't say that the being bad adaptations made them bad. I mean, the bad movies because they're terrible. Dale Radcliffe can't act. Nor can any of them. Any of the three. They can't really act. It's kind of embarrassing, really. But what I'm saying is everyone holds up those movies as good adaptations. When if you actually look at them, it's like no, they completely remove a lot of the stuff, and you can tell in the later movies with the removal of certain plot lines, things don't make sense. Characters just disappear and just show up randomly, and it's kind of jarring. So adaptations. Anyway, but that's my point. My point is, it's like the problem is that a lot of the good adaptations, we say they're good because we're like, it's the best we're gonna get. It's like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is a good adaptation of Lord of the Rings, but they remove a hell of a lot of stuff and change plot lines and do stuff, and it's a bit.
I just whittle that down to just change in format. Sometimes.
Yeah, there's a difference between a book and a movie, so some things will change.
Yeah, I get that, but that's what I mean. It's like when people say with adaptations, it's a bit like, nothing's really.
Yeah, I think the removal of a character like Tom Bombadil is a good adaptation. As much as I love the character in the book, you have to say, okay, you can't just have this side story of a god running around who can manipulate the ring and he has you can't do it
nowhere.
It's not helpful to the plot. Exactly.
It's half an hour. You at least need half an hour more of stuff just for Tom Bombadil. While I really love in the book, I really love the scene on the hill grave where the hobbits fall into the grave, and that's where they find the magical swords. And Tom Bombadil saves them from. I think he saves them from the trees that eat them up. But these are things that are switched out. I understand removing Tom Bombadil because he's odd. He's people are very torn about him, and his story goes nowhere. That's the point. That is the point. If he was a more integral character to the story of Lord of the Rings, it would be a different thing. He's a very integral character to the world of this, but not this specific story.
Well, think of it this way, Wisp. Sorry to interrupt you. Because there's one thing that... there's one thing that got me, because obviously I brought up the Harry Potter thing. What is it? The character of, Peter Pettigrew. Yes. In the books, remember, his new hand strangles him to death. In the books, that's how he dies in the books. Whereas in the movies, he just gets knocked out and then is never seen again for the rest of the movies.
Wait,
and no one knows what happens to him.
That book written?
Okay, well, again, there's lots of examples, and we can go through. I was just giving one example. Yeah, and these
because it's a bit like that's a bad adaptation.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether Rowling stole from Angel or Angel stole from Rowling.
We can look to Gone with the Wind. We can look to The Godfather. We look to Fight Club.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah,
all the comic book stuff.
We can look to all
famous
sorts.
anti-hero movie.
We can look to all sorts of different books that have been adapted and were adapted well, even though the people who read the books know that stuff was taken out and changed. And that's just the nature of the format. We have to respect that. We say, yep, you're right. They could have went this way, but it's a film.
The problem is not the media translation, because translating a story from one medium to another always requires certain gives and takes. That is not the issue. And I think normal fans, completely sane normal fans, which I'd say is the majority of people, they understand that. Just like the Tom Bombadil thing. Most people are fine with this. Most fans are fine with this.
I mean, yeah. Just look at the, as much as I won't shut up about it, Batman the Animated Series. Did we really see any fans really complaining about that show? No, because first of all, it was good. Second of all, it pretty much took everything from the comics and pretty much built it up from scratch in a different medium.
Yeah, I think what makes the difference is the same about fan films, and we've talked about this. The people who made the Batwoman porn adaptation, who got praise that, oh, why does your costume look so much better? Well, because we care. And it's all that. Do the creators care about the material? And we've seen that with Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. We've seen that with the Raimi Spider-Man films, because he cared about that movie.
I would argue
he cared about Spider-Man.
Raimi had the advantage that he was a fan since he was a kid.
Yeah.
I would argue the director behind the live-action Bebop, as well as the actors, I'm quite sure, care about doing the best they can. The problem is, do they have the insight into the material and the capacity within the budget and the creativity to emulate it? And that's the problem. It's like you can never get enough. It can never be as good as this thing, which is already as good as it gets.
I doubt that is true, at least for everyone. Maybe for some.
I would say,
I don't know, for example, I don't know about the actor for Jack Black. Maybe he's into it.
The analogy
John
is,
wanted to be into it. The actress of Faye, she doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, but it's like
she wants attention and a paycheck.
It's like climbing a mountain, and then you have to then make another mountain to climb, which is exactly the same as the mountain you're on right now. And it's very, very hard to do that. And it's possible that you have insight into certain things, but not everything. And you need to draw on so much talent and resources and time just to get a look or sound or scene right. And it's so much effort that you begin to say,
called filmmaking.
What's the point? And if you skimp on
that's filmmaking. That's attention to detail.
Yeah,
but then if you don't do that, it turns to crap.
But then it's always going to be half as much as what you get from the original. It's always going to be some sort of consolation. There's something you're going to miss. And that's why we say, yeah, even if the Bebop live action is okay, it's never going to be as good. And
is it even okay?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It doesn't look okay. It looks like it's sick.
There's many reasons.
And not in a good way.
Visually, to argue. Anyway, let's keep going.
Not even sick. It's drunk.
Let's keep going.
To call it, oh, Cowboy Bebop was your first anime? I couldn't fucking tell. Because, man, some people get so fucking defensive about Cowboy Bebop. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they should.
Like, look, I get it.
Because
It's a
they
great
love
show.
something.
Absolutely timeless show. Watanabe Shinichiro is a god amongst
They have every
men.
right to
but
defend
not
it.
only
It's
did we
that
get
good.
this 2.5-minute teaser footage, or whatever the hell this is, the Lost Session, as they like to call it, and we got
The
the
official
remix to
trailer.
the opening of the live action, which, by the way, used the original opening song, Tank, by the...
Oh
And
well,
it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, that's a little thing called nostalgia bait.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Because
Oh my
those two
God!
played next to each other, is you see that the timing on the Netflix version doesn't even fit. They changed a couple things just to have to push some. Here, remember this character. Here, remember this scene.
They
Into
never
it.
used a knife.
And
Well, okay.
God,
Talking about
there was a parody adaptation. I forgot what. I linked it to Smart.
yeah,
There was a parody adaptation
It
of
was
the Tank
Gumball.
intro. Yeah, Gumball. That is on point.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Well,
the
wait,
Gumball parody intro of Cowboy Bebop is
Yep.
on point and better than this Netflix crap.
the same with King Vader. That was the YouTube guy's name.
Wait, was the Gumball one like a re-edit, or did the show actually intentionally do it?
It was like a parody re-edit kind of thing.
Yeah, it's made in this. It's made in the style of it, and it fits better. It's on point.
Yeah,
I can look.
The
look it
same
up
with
later.
King Vader, even though they turn into a dancing comedic thing. It's quite funny. But the timing, the speed, the action, it's all like even Faye looks better. So it's goofy as hell, but it's actually done pretty professionally, which I appreciated. But I don't know. I haven't watched it. I can't say. Anyway, the fact he's making the argument that Yoko Kanno is back as a musician, the interview she did, she says they only used 10% of the original music, which makes me believe that they either made new music or they're using the old music's notes, but they're performing
It's just Tank.
Oh, it's just Tank? I don't
Well,
know.
it could also be just 10%.
Well, she said 10%, so I'm like, okay, does that mean you took the actual song and just copied it over and remastered it? Or did you take all of the music and just reperform it, the same notes? Like, I don't know what that means. If she made brand new music, that'd be awesome. I'd love to hear her stuff. She's amazing. So, I don't know.
But another thing is, he's just gone off about how amazing and great this show is, and he's like, I can't understand why people are getting so defensive.
Exactly.
Like, you just said all these things. How do you not understand how they're all getting crazy, isn't it? It's like he's answering his own questions, and then he's trying to pretend like he has no idea why people are doing it. It's like, no, you do. It's clearly you do. And then, but yeah, using the same music for an intro. Oh, well done. Oh, giving us a couple of teasers. Oh, well done, Netflix. You're doing well every.
Yeah, it's kind of assumed.
Oh, you have the fat balloon psycho clown guy.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it's kind of assumed that
That's
you would use
true.
the same music from the intro to do your intro. It's like, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, wow, mad, crazy. God,
I made
out there, Netflix. Oh, break the mold.
lemonade out of lemons. I did great.
Honestly.
Yeah, congratulations. You.
Yeah, they could have
Did the
gotten.
thing that was expected of you.
Yeah, they could have gotten not Yoko Kanno, any other jazz musician. Hey, here's Tank. Play that. Okay. Does anyone care? If it sounds the same, it's great. I don't care.
As long as you don't play the Benny Hill theme music at the start of the episode, no one really will notice, will you?
Just, it wouldn't surprise me if someone has actually done that at some point.
They probably have.
Oh dear.
It just. Oh dear.
The Liberty Bell March. Yeah, that'd be great too. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
do-
wasn't Benny.
Benny Hill remixed to the rhythm of Tank.
On an Edward episode.
That has to exist somewhere.
Oh, it's got to. We need it.
All right. Let's go.
seatbelts because Yoko Kanno, the original composer for the TV series, is also working on this live-action version. That you'd think that people would be somewhat excited about this, but no, apparently not. I genuinely was just confused as to why people were not enjoying
the evidence is in the results.
Yeah, as I said, if she did new compositions, I'd be excited. If it's the same stuff, I'd be like, no, it's not really.
I could just watch the old one.
Exactly.
Which I think people are doing.
That's like when Remake redid Final Fantasy VII Remake did their tracks, and I heard them. I wasn't a fan of them. I prefer the old ones. These tracks are just meh. You overdid it, in my opinion.
I honestly don't think so. I think they're pretty good in the remake.
I'm an old man. Leave me alone.
Well, you said it, not me.
I think everything in a remake line. We talk about Square Enix doing something. They took 8 years to redo. Actually, no, more than that. To do the remake.
For 7 between the original and the remake? That was like 2 decades.
Well, yeah, the actual planning took 2 decades, but when the actual development, it took like 4 years, and then something happened, and they had to do another 4 years.
No, I don't mean the planning. I mean the actual time it took between the release of the original and the release of the remake.
Oh,
I see
what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. On that note, Battle Realms is getting a similar thing. The original developer picked it up again and is working on it again to polish it.
Interesting.
I bet nobody here knows what that is.
Heard the name, but
when you see it overhead, you might remember it.
It's the RTS that Total Biscuit had a great liking for it.
It was
the great inspiration. It was the great inspiration. He made his Korean slaves play it for him and made videos out of it. But yeah, it was fun because because they didn't know anything about it, so they tried to play it with StarCraft 2.
Yeah, no, it was,
and that didn't work at all.
It was the Warcraft 3 sort of competition at the time, if you can argue that.
The thing is that Warcraft 3 got delayed for months and months on end because the Blizzard team was playing Battle Realms all the time, realizing this game is better than ours. We need to remake our game.
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
And if you play
they failed.
Well, Warcraft 3 was amazing.
Yes.
But Battle Realms mostly lack quality of life. And if you play it now again, you will see exactly, with the experience you have now and the wider scope than when you were a kid 20 years ago, you will see all the elements that Battle Realms had and introduced to the RTS genre that weren't actually invented by Warcraft 3, but instead Battle Realms. Warcraft 3 just was the more popular title, with the better UI, to be honest.
Oh, those are fantastic. I still remember all the tower defense games I played back in college playing Warcraft 3.
That's not Warcraft 3.
Yes, it is. It's custom maps.
Yeah, that's custom maps. Check it out on Steam. Check it out on Steam. It's very cheap and currently working on it.
I mean, just to cap off game remakes, for me the bar is still Resident Evil 1 and Metal Gear Solid 1.
Twin Snakes?
Yeah, the remakes of RE1 and MGS1.
Oh, okay.
Those are still like the bar for me for remakes.
I see what you're saying. All right, let's go.
So I dove deep into this tweet retweets to see just what the haters of this are saying. Like I genuinely
Twitter, great source.
What about this?
There are no critics, only haters.
And according to my personal research into that question, it seems that
the research into your wallet.
I think now is where everyone should get their laugh out of the way before we hear his own personal research.
All he researched is his wallet.
I just used my mouse wheel and I scrolled down. That was my research.
Anyway, as
Twitter and
money. There's my research.
Twitter and
my research. My research. As Netflix shoved that giant check into my face.
What makes him any better on the topic?
Oh.
I think he got a grab bag too. with a nice fancy mug.
I think it's just his hair and the smug attitude.
Trying to read the
I shill for this show, and all I got was this stupid mug.
Also, I think those glasses are
Pretty
fake.
much.
Think?
Yeah, there's
I
no
think.
distortion. There's no distortion really.
All right. Well,
It's just
No,
window
there is a
glass.
reflection.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
just
but
window glass.
usually,
I think there's these...
at least he's smart enough to put some glass into his fake glasses, because some people aren't. They just have the frames. That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe there's a anti-UV coating on it, but I think they're fake. I think they're fake glasses.
He's
Or
done
he has
videos
some
without
of
glasses
these
before.
these eagle eyes that don't need glasses, like 0.0 or something, 0.5 or something.
You see, when you're watching Cringe, you need to wear the proper PPE. So he's wearing his, safety glasses.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Yeah, no, you don't.
all right. Let's keep going.
80 to 85% of people just saying that it looks bad because they think it looks bad. Which
No, it looks bad because it looks bad.
It does look bad.
It does look bad.
It looks objectively bad, not subjectively bad.
Screw
It looks
you, dude. How do
objectively
you know?
bad. If you think this looks good, something is wrong with your brain. Go see a doctor.
Like, how do you know they don't know what they want? Like, fuck off.
I,
See a neurologist.
This is clearly the Netflix money talking here.
Uh-huh.
As a fan that grew up with it, loves the anime, doesn't like how they look design-wise. Yeah, I don't like it. I think it looks bad. Oh, well, you must be retarded.
I've never seen a single second of the original anime, and even I can tell you it's bad. It looks bad.
Oh, that surprises me.
I've seen a few episodes. It's bad.
Apologies.
The Netflix.
I just...
Okay.
It's like some...
This whole situation has convinced me to finally watch it for fucking once. The original, I mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
whatever. Hey, if it's not your cup of tea, it ain't your cup of tea, all right? I get it. Like, no one can force feed you this, all right? Like, if you don't want to watch it, that's completely fine.
And
dude.
why are
but
you
in my
trying?
opinion, it's like, really? You're not even going to give, like,
No.
a reason? You're not even going to give, like,
No.
an
No,
opinion
that was
as
the
to
reason. It
why
looks
you
like
think
shit.
It's bad? You're just going to say it's bad because
Yes.
you think it's bad? All right,
Yes.
dude. I
No,
guess
no.
so.
You're twisting words.
Wait, no,
You
yeah,
asshole.
yeah.
You asshole are twisting the words. You just admitted that you know the people say it looks bad. Then you make out of that, oh, they just say it looks bad because they think it looks bad. And out of that you make, oh, they just think it's bad, but they don't give a reason
It does
why
look
it's
bad.
bad.
Case
You
in
are
point.
a horrible, gaslighting, narcissistic twat. You corrupt fuckhead.
And a sellout.
Ah, there it is. There it is. That's the Whisp rant we've all been waiting for.
We should ask the IRS whether they want to take a look into your wallet. Because your wallet seems to be very important to you. It seems to be the most important
No,
thing
yes,
to you.
doesn't care about that.
Well,
Ladies
you
and gentlemen,
never know,
what's the best?
you never know what the IRS finds. If the IRS wants to find something, they find something.
It depends. It's more political at this point than anything else.
The
these
Joker
days.
may be crazy enough to fight Batman, but the IRS, no thank you.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can't say, "Oh, this looks like crap." They don't want to watch it. They're not even given any reason. It's like, no, they gave a reason. Again, you're answering your questions before you. Whatever. You already know what you're doing.
Well, if he's lying about this, what else has he been lying to his subscribers about?
I don't
know.
even want to imagine.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they find out he's lying. He's got subscribers. They'll just eat all this shit up anyway.
Unfortunately.
Is this already a rant to you?
What?
Not a rant. I mean, you just call someone gaslighting and then call them a twat. It's like, there it is. That's what I was waiting for.
All right. It's back to the facts, guys. Back to the video.
I mean, in that case, then I'll just say that I think it looks pretty alright because I think it looks pretty alright. But apparently to some
Good
people
for you.
on Twitter, that just didn't fly.
Yeah, good for you,
on my
sellout.
end. I mean, a lot of people were very quick to say the
Go
whole
watch
thing
it,
of,
go enjoy
the
it.
actors aren't playing the exact same, and some of the scenes are really goofy, the dialogue is really goofy, they're trying to act like the characters too much, and
No, they don't. They don't
this
at
is
all.
the exact same crowd.
They don't act like the
that
characters at all. That's the problem.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. You said that no one gave any examples. Then you gave examples what people said, but you said them in a sarcastic, smarmy way, showing that you don't actually care about people's, examples or opinions. Oh, the dialogue's goofy. It's like, that's not really an example of what's wrong. Wait, what? No, that is. If that's someone can complain if they think the dialogue's goofy, or rubbish, or crap, just because you think it's a silly, stupid thing.
What I have heard from critics, either spoken or written on Twitter or what have you, is that they do like the acting from the guy who plays Jet. He actually comes across.
I actually like him.
Yeah, he's apparently he's a good actor. I don't know. That's what people.
Well, the thing is, I will admit he's the least cringiest acting out of them.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like being like the best runner in an amputee race. So it's-
I don't know. The amputees can, get there.
My thoughts on that is I haven't seen actual scenes of him acting, just these little clips where he maybe moves this for half a second or something, and I thought he's the wrong guy for Jet Black, but he'd fit perfectly from the looks. I'd say he'd fit perfectly into Black Lagoon.
He would probably.
Oh, really?
Dutch.
I think he could play. He could play. What was his name in Black Lagoon?
Dutch.
Yeah, he could play Dutch.
I actually want to see him play Dutch now.
Yeah, no, that'd be
All
great.
of this is wishing into something. Ugh.
You guys don't know who Dutch is? He's this big black dude who's in charge of the Black Lagoon company, and he's just badass and just no nonsense this kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
Oh man.
yeah. Anyway, I want to see where he goes with this next point, because I'm sure it's going to be shit like all his other points.
all right.
About My Hero Academia, not the exact panels and framing that it had in the original
that's
chapter.
not it.
All those same
That's not it.
motherfuckers who watched the last Attack on Titan season and complained that a scene wasn't perfectly replicated in the anime adaptation.
No, that's not the issue. The thing is that the ending of that last season is utter crap. It does a complete 180 out of nowhere about what the characters want to do, and it is, let's genocide our own people by using the magic of the Titans to make everyone infertile. That will end our race and therefore the suffering of our race and the world. Hooray! And everyone's on board with it. And what the fuck?
Oh,
I didn't even get that far. What the hell?
that's gonna be weird read.
Can I just ask? You know you're saying that they're the same people who do this, and this. For someone who's done so much research, could you provide examples of people saying this?
Of course, he's like Tabernacle just with emotion.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Anyway,
It's actually very interesting when you remember that they're kind of like a shoo-in for the Jewish race. So is the author saying Jews should go sterile?
Oh, other people say they're a shoo-in for the Germans.
Oh.
Because,
What?
blonde and stuff.
I was thinking more of the whole, since they were in prison, like concentration camps.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked it for the most part because it seemed like this twist where it doesn't matter what race does it to whom. It's just bad to do this to anyone.
Okay.
That's so far I liked it. And then suddenly this, let's genocide ourselves. What?
Anyway. That's
a bit weird.
Because the shading looked weird. Yeah, by the way, you can't make this shit up. Those were some legitimate reasons as to why some people were bitching and complaining on Twitter about My Hero Academia.
Show
and the Attack on Titan
well, I see.
anime.
Yeah, show
If you ask
They
me,
were real.
that's on them. I personally think that, for one, the whole comic book strip layout of the different backgrounds and them transitioning back and forth in some really fucking cool ways. Like, it's not just like a side-to-side panning of them flipping through backgrounds and you know, while also trying to converse in dialogue about defeating stuff. And I get, like, the whole, like, I guess, campiness to the dialogue that they're talking in this thing. Like, yes, some of the scenes are a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I would argue that the original Cowboy Bebop...
That's not.
No.
If you talk
The
about,
original Cowboy Bebop made sense.
Hold on. If you talk about this little the Lost Sessions thing, tongue in cheek. No, that's not what we call it. We just call it utter cringe. Tongue in cheek is different to what they were doing. It's not tongue.
It's not Bebop.
Right.
Like, this is something else. They're mixing styles. It's stylized enough, and now they're just adding more stuff on top of that.
Someone wanted to make his own shit, knew it wouldn't sell, and therefore got a license to slam it onto, just like Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
People in the comment section of that trailer video kept saying Scott Pilgrim, Scott Pilgrim. Oh, hey, this is Scott Pilgrim. I don't like Scott Pilgrim in my Bebop.
If Cowboy Bebop, if a Cowboy Bebop adaptation gives you Scott Pilgrim vibes, it's a bad adaptation.
Like, I remember the trailer they did, and if you guys caught it, but if you watched it, they did the different colors with Faye and Spike's gun, like all there are three guns. Like, okay, it's cool. And they have the scene straight from the intro of Cowboy Bebop where the gun fires sideways and it fires directly at the camera. And the two differences are it's the same gun, right? They're just doing different camera angle from 90 degrees. The gun fires with a recoil, and the second time they show it, it doesn't fire with a recoil. And you're like, wait a second. How is that physically possible? It's the same gun.
The magic of CGI.
Did their hands get suddenly stronger, or did the bullets decrease in power? Like, what happened? So I like the fact they paid attention to detail, but they didn't do it all the way. And as soon as you do that, any little minor inconsistency is like, what? Why? Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. So they added more detail and screwed up the actual detail, which is ridiculous. Like, how do you do that?
No, it's still sad when a Sonic movie has more care and concern than this.
That's a fun way to put it.
We live in a world where that's true, and I'm just like, ugh.
So I'm trying to think of comedy in the Bebop. I said again that the episodes will be all about that one theme. So it could be like Living in the Fridge, I think was one episode. Mushroom Samba. Anything with...
no, not fridging.
No. Anything with Edward is usually goofy. So there are those episodes of Bebop where it's just goofy fun. But then it just goes back to being serious. And it's consistent. Mm-hmm. The tone is focused. That's the great thing about episodic nature of Bebop, is that you get a little bit of everything every time. Not in one episode. It's usually focused serious boom, and then it's focused crazy boom, and then it's focused fun boom, and then it's focused nostalgia boom, or whatever. It does it very, very well. With the music accompaniment and the animation, voices, voice acting. One of those gems we could always go back to. Anyway.
Bob also had some pretty tongue-in-cheek dialogue. Cowboy Bebop, the original anime, wasn't all serious business either. So how come suddenly when it's a live action, they're not allowed to play around and be a little bit
live action?
Because all of that trailer was not serious.
There was no middle ground.
It was all no offense, cringy comedy.
Yeah, the whole thing was hot garbage.
Yeah. It's like that when it transitions to Spike just eating his noodles like afterward, and it's like, Spike, really, halfway through about it, and you're like, oh god, that was so. Oh my god, that was so like.
Oh yeah, the
delivery of it.
The one I didn't like, I really didn't like. I know it sounds goofy, but there's a scene where it's a bunch of people in a room and they're fighting, and you can't quite tell because the camera's panning and there's like things in the foreground in the way of the camera, and along in the middle of the screen it says whatever happens, and it's really slow, and I'm like, what is this scene? Who are
Yeah.
these people? Like, I don't know what's going on. And it goes on for 15 seconds. I'm like, I don't get what is happening. What's the point of it?
Can I just say, whatever happens is a fucking shit fucking quote. Well, yeah, whatever happens. Yeah, that's not deep and
not in
profound.
this case.
It's that's the thing. When people want things to change, things change. That's on that level of.
I envy the innocence and naivety of people who can live by that.
Whatever happens.
Wow.
Well,
Thanks, Yogi Berra. That's great.
yeah, jeez, fucking.
Imagine that sounds like something you would get out of a fortune cookie, like those really bad ones.
Yeah. And tomorrow you meet your rapist.
Wow.
Whatever happens, happens.
It's like, was it? Tomorrow is another day. It's like, Just thanks for that.
Tomorrow for sure.
Yesterday is in the past, and tomorrow is in the future. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, and today's a present. That's why they call it a gift or whatever.
Yeah. God, and Smokey wants you to stop forest fires or something. Oh my god! I just.
I am short of needing a cringe drink.
Thank you, Spike Spiegel, and your great wisdom. Yeah.
Whatever happens. I'm like, I just.
No, that ain't wisdom.
That's just.
That's just random words.
That is just what. That's like the quotes you get on like those crappy calendars. Quote of the day, and you're like, oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Someone paid someone for this.
Yeah, I know. You guys have not heard the cringiest lines of dialogue. I'll show you later. Let's just say it's about testicles. So.
What?
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Tongue in cheek. At least with the 2.5 minutes that we've been presented far, I am actually very optimistic about this. Like, the actors playing well, just like the whole fourth wall breaking meta-ness of it all.
How is that
that
good?
one scene where Faye throws the black bar
You're being paid
of
to like
the
it.
framing. And
Exactly.
What does that have anything to do with Bebop?
Nothing.
Oh, it's fourth wall breaking. Did Bebop break the fourth wall in the anime?
No.
No.
No. Oh,
the closest would be the drug trip, but even that didn't.
No, there's nothing like that.
Now, hold on. Does Deadpool break the fourth wall?
Yes.
Because that's part of his character. That is his superpower.
Yeah.
That is literally his superpower.
Yeah, now hold on. But Deadpool funny, right? Yes. Deadpool funny. So if we make things like Deadpool, it funny.
What's this actual Bebop got to do with stuff like that?
Yeah.
As nice as it was to see an 18+ Deadpool movie, thank you Ryan Reynolds for that. That still wasn't Deadpool. With how his power works and how he does break the fourth wall.
Right.
Because what Deadpool does is not just make quippy jokes at the audience, showing that he's self-aware that he's in a comic world. He is actually manipulating the comic and going outside of the panels and breaking the frames.
I mean, do you really want him doing that crazy shit in the movie from the get-go?
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't give us his origin story, we have to. Then he can already do that.
Yeah, like, we always have to have an origin story.
Because that's Deadpool.
I mean, again, I mean, to be fair, he's just starting out, and it's the adaptation thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I said this is a hard thing to adapt into a movie, because Deadpool can't come out of the screen. Saying that he can't actually come out of the comic, but what he does in the comic is, for example, attack the artist, which is a power that he. No, wait, that's the wrong universe. But what he could do in the movie is argue with the director.
I mean, maybe in Deadpool 3, you never know.
Yeah,
but it's already too late.
I mean, well, I mean, the second movie actually gave him the means to like go through like different dimensions and universes. You never really know.
He shoots Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, now he can do that kind of shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't. That sadly was in the what's it called, the post credits stuff.
Yeah, but he can still do it now.
And we love that he did it.
But
Let's just wait until Deadpool 3, see what happens.
I want to know is why can't we ever have serious characters anymore? Why does it always have to be comedy?
Well, it's okay
Yes.
with Deadpool because the thing with Deadpool is that he is comedy and adult gritty. To do him right, you need to do both extremes at the same time. They didn't, and they weren't bold enough for that. They were bold, but not bold enough to do Deadpool right. But in general, yes, everything has to be goofy now. And this is one of the complaints people had about the new Dune adaptation. That, there's just this one joke in the beginning, and then it's just boring and serious. Like, it's great. It's serious. Yeah. It's an actual movie. It's not just popcorn nonsense. And this, by the way, EFAB crew, this is what Scorsese means with that is cinema, while the Marvel stuff often isn't.
Especially
not now. It's a serious movie that takes itself seriously. And even the jokes aren't just quippy nonsense like Thor Ragnarok. My God, that movie should have been just burned the moment it was made.
All right, here's Mad Courier 6. I arrived late. What the first two. Fresh hell is this? It's I don't know if we call this a fanboy. What do we call him? A shill? I don't know.
He's actually kind of boring, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Bebop fans need to shill out. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
He's chilling out.
The only time Bebop did like fourth wall breaking humor, or whatever, was at the end of the episodes at the next episode previews. You don't even technically count that as canon towards actual events in the show.
How about like that episode where all of them are on drugs or something?
Yeah,
like they get really high. I fucking love that episode.
That was great. I loved the frog on the stairs. That was just the best thing. And there were great AMVs about that with Stairway to Heaven and such.
All right. 7 minutes in, almost done.
Throws it down into the screen. Guy catches it and it turns into like a steel pipe that he beats the shit out of some goons with. I thought was so fucking cool. It's kind of awesome that they're taking these wacky and charismatic characters and really putting themselves into this very cartoony world, which I don't think is a very bad stylistic choice because spoiler alert,
not a cartoon.
Cowboy Bebop.
How the heck is Spike, Jet, and Faye cartoony, goofy, wacky? Like, what are you talking about?
But when I look at them, I think about Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah.
If they're being comedic, what's the point of Ed? Isn't Ed supposed to be the comedic relief?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ed and Ein. And that's still very that still fits into the rest of it. It's not breaking the show in any way. Ed gets away with stuff, but it's not Studio Trigger stuff.
Is an anime, aka a fucking cartoon. So what's the problem with this being too cartoony and being too tongue-in-cheek?
Okay, this is
about comedy.
Okay,
this is the literal Space Wizards for Children argument.
This is the adaptation
because
argument
it's a cartoon,
as well.
Yeah, he says because it's a cartoon, it can't be serious.
Yeah.
Let this guy. So, this guy hasn't watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, go watch.
Say it's cartoony if he had watched it.
Go watch.
Secondly, go watch Jinro.
Well, no, watch episode 5 of Cowboy Bebop. That's not cartoony and goofy. That's dead serious.
Oh god, I saw like how it looks like in the remake. It's like the live action. It's terrible. Like the entire dynamic of the scene is just out of nowhere.
Do you remember episode 5, guys? That was the most to me. That's the most memorable scene out of the entire.
It was more memorable than the finale for me.
Yeah, no, it is so well done and it's so well composed. The compositing between the music and the flashback and the action when he's falling out of the stained glass window is like wow. Everything just just connects.
And now Julia just walks in out of nowhere and shoots Vicious.
What?
Yes! Like,
Oh.
she walks, Vicious grabs Spike's gun with his sword. And then he's about to shoot, and then out of nowhere, Julia comes in and shoots Vicious. And then Julia shoots Spike, and Spike falls out of the cathedral. And no explosion this
What?
time.
There's no explosion? Wait, there's no grenade?
No. And the
Don't say the
material
last
looks
part.
so fake. It looks like a 2000s TV show.
What?
Oh, boy.
Oh, good.
Like, you check like how the mirror breaks from the cathedral, and it just doesn't look it's aligning like how physics would work. It's terrible. I'm gonna try find an example of that
Oh, jeez.
just to ruin it for you.
Thanks. That's
Oh, I
that's
thought you were
great.
gonna say the last part.
Thanks for ruining the rest of our day.
Yeah, changes like that either come from they're too lazy to make it right, or like in with character changes and stuff.
Yeah.
They just want to do their own shit instead
See,
of the original.
I don't mind that they add stuff like Julia is more involved. Like, that's fine. You want to change the story, give me something new. I don't care. Does it work with the characters, though? Can you imagine Julia walking up some stairs of a cathedral after the whole place has been shot up just so she could put 2 bullets in 2 men? Does that make sense?
The whole thing with Julia not being involved in the anime is that she is that thing Spike is looking for. That's
She's
why
the
we never see her.
proverbial angelic devil that is driving Spike to do what he's doing. And it's the only thing he can connect with in his past that matters to him. And he's willing to just reverse everything he's doing in his life to go back to that. For her to put a bullet in Spike is like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, that sounds more like Fujiko and Lupin.
Oh, yeah, okay, interesting.
And you know what's worse? I heard that after that whole thing, she ends up taking over the syndicate.
Oh, so that's what it was about. Okay.
We need a strong woman always.
Oh,
Don't
no.
say that.
Julia? She wasn't anything to do with the syndicate. She wants to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they changed
She
the character.
barely even appeared in the anime. Like, she was always like surrounded by mystery. Like, what does she mean to Spike? What was her backstory? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
finally know it
Mark,
by the final episode.
But Mark, she's a strong, independent woman. She needs screen time, like all other strong, independent.
I know, like, all
women.
women are evil, but come on.
Get the
No,
fuck out of here with that shit.
She's not evil. She's just misunderstood because she's a strong,
Yeah,
independent.
she's not kissing
Get
her
out.
Bobby.
It's never a woman's fault.
Yeah, women are always right. That's why they're always fighting for equal rights, because they're always right.
That's why there are so
Sure.
many female villains, because they're always right. What?
Yeah.
And society forced them to be villains.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like all the Andy Warhol bombing feminists, yeah.
Yes.
I want to know the escape velocity of a gun that she was pushing that managed to knock Spike through a stained glass window.
Are we? Is this a European gun or an African gun?
Oh, Africa.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
What's your favorite color?
The fuck?
See, Smug got it.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh, it's you've Monty Python Holy Grail.
You made a dove analogy.
No, it was the fact that he went. I want to know what the velocity of the bullet was, and I went of the gun, and I went, what,
That's
African or European? Because it's the.
Anyway.
Humor's wasted on this show.
Oh my
I'm too
jeez.
old. I'm too
Alright,
old and British.
let's
for
finish
show.
this shit.
Let's go conquer a country
Very
or something.
intelligent joke, Hawk. We don't expect that here.
We don't.
I'm ashamed I didn't catch
it.
Anyway, let's go.
When that is literally everything that describes an anime. I'm not going to come out here and say that
You're an
I
idiot.
think this is going to be like the
Wait.
greatest live action.
This guy calls himself the anime man,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and he says this. He has this opinion with 400,000 subscribers, and he says this about anime. What has this guy actually watched?
This is his secondary channel. His main one is in the millions.
The main one is the anime man.
Yeah.
This guy is a fraud.
He's a biased
An absolute
person.
fraud.
On this channel, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just his shilling for Cowboy Bebop. The way he talks about anime shows he knows nothing about anime. He has never seen anything real and serious.
Well,
This guy can never have seen Lane or Technolize or Jinro or
Made in Abyss.
Perfect Blue.
Wings of Hamianes? What the hell how do you pronounce that? Wings of How do you pronounce that word? Hamia it's Wings of Hame.
Haibana Renmei?
I could spell it out. I could write it out. I just can't pronounce it well.
I want to rewatch Perfect Blue. How do you call that up?
Has this guy ever seen Berserk?
Oh, please don't.
Oh,
He's
he
gonna
knows-
beg Netflix to make it like live action.
He knows a redo of a healer.
Guts will be a strong, independent black woman.
Guts will be voiced by Chris Pratt.
This is actually one of my favorite animes. I can't pronounce it though.
Royal Space Force.
Yeah.
All I know is if Netflix did a Berserk, they'd make Casca about 9 years old.
Oh.
What? Why?
What?
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 Casca was 9 years old.
Why are people saying what? If you've watched Berserk, you know what I meant by that.
How dare you?
All right.
They'd hire the director of Cuties and just say, "Go nuts! This is the show
Get
for
out.
you."
Get out!
I thought they would make your more.
Okay.
Oh, why'd you mention
Netflix
that?
interspecies reviewers adaptation. Well.
Oh.
Why did you have to mention that again?
Oh. Live action. I want to see that. Holy shit.
If there's anything we don't speak of, it's Cuties. Get the fuck out of here.
What? What?
It was what?
I said interspecies reviewers.
Who's talking about cuties?
Hawk just mentioned it.
All I said was, if we're going to do a live adaptation of Berserk, we should get the director of Cuties in, because there's tons of rape.
And that's why I'm saying get the fuck out.
What, a Cuties anime? Really?
I would not want to see the live action version of the Lost Children arc.
Oh, that's directed by the Cuties director.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe Crazy says the anime
Berserk
man,
called
Joey, only has those numbers because he was one of the first anime manga channels on YouTube. Well, that is very sad to hear.
Oh.
Just thinking in regards.
What was he talking about? Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball?
Oh, that makes sense. That's why he's popular. Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Okay. Here's Mad Courier 6. Thank you for the 10, sir. I'm just thinking in regards to this guy's views on cartoons and anime. Wow, that 12-year-old who blew herself up in Jinro sure was goofy and comedic. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You know, not every anime is Team Rocking flying into the sky and going ping. Not really, no. Not every anime is Shin-chan.
Yeah.
Go watch Monster.
Not every cartoon's fucking Steven Universe made for fucking retards.
That's not an anime.
It's a cartoon.
That's why it's a cartoon.
It's animated the same place like everything else in North and South Korea.
and then there's that one episode that episode that looks like something Trigger made.
I'm sure there's nothing.
I'm not kidding.
Didn't they hire a better studio for that?
Yeah.
They got someone from Trigger to help with that episode.
Oh, and then they realized it costs too much.
They did it. They finished it. It's just blatant difference between that episode and everything else.
All right. Here's Tyler Preston. Thank you, Tyler. I would say that the show Firefly is the closest we get of a live-action Cowboy Bebop, aside from the typical Whedon's everybody is snarky dialogue. It's similar in plot, a group of shady individuals who travel in space and taking any paying job.
In general, I would agree.
Yep.
It's a good.
That
It's
and
a
Lost
serious
Star.
space cowboy
Yeah,
with
it is a Western.
situational humor.
Yeah. It's not bad. I gotta say, I enjoy it.
I wish it would have continued.
I like the movie though. The movie was good. Okay.
And watch the show. It's the movie. So it's the attempted wrap up.
Yeah, well, it was a good production. I thought they did a good effort to because it came about from the fans. I thought I was really impressed that all came about by all the fans petitioning over and over again for how many months, and they finally said, "Okay, we'll make it for you," and they did a good job.
Yay!
Yeah. All right.
Made that we have seen yet, because there have been some pretty live action adaptation. But I also think that while there may be some parts that, yes, I understand some super fans of the series may not necessarily like. I completely get that. I also think those fans are just being like a little too critical. You have Kano Yoko, who is the original
Yoko.
There is no such thing as too critical in this case.
Yeah, and he's doing the trick again of calling them super fans. And when he means actual fans,
the people who paid attention.
And now he's playing. He's playing on. He's minimizing. He's exaggerating the type of fan, and then he's minimizing their critique. Like, you're oversensitive. You have too high standards. That's what I hear narcissists say.
Well, with Bebop, it's good to have high standards because that's what Bebop is. It sets the bar.
Yeah, it's an art piece. You can't just put up the Mona Lisa and then make Steven Universe and expect me to have the same reverence for it.
I'm a Da Vinci super fan. I saw the Mona
I just
Lisa.
want Da Vinci now to draw the fucking Steven Universe.
Like, why do you think that the original creators of Bebop went out of their way to straight up admit that the dub was better? Because it is.
The thing that gets me is people always go, "Oh, you're being too critical of something." It's like you can never be too critical of something.
There's no such thing as too critical.
Well,
Case in point.
when we jump into nitpicking, then we could say, okay, you're talking about details. You're not talking about the whole, which is the point of nitpicking, which is fine. But
this is not nitpicking.
No, he's just talking in general, which is strange because he's not giving examples of things that are good and bad. He's just saying, "Oh, these fans are just too critical." It's like, of what?
Of what?
He's deceptive and manipulative. He's disingenuous and he's is that an adjective for omission?
He just needs to give detail. If he did, I could say, okay, now we can actually address his concern. He's just saying, "Oh, why are you being so critical?" It's like it's the thing we love. What do you mean, why?
Why are you so critical? They paid me money to watch this. And tell you guys that it's pretty good.
Why are you so critical? Just because Netflix pops in my mouth. Why are you being so critical about things? It's a good show.
I put 100 grams of pepper into your one portion of chili. Why don't you like it?
Well, why are you being so critical? It's only arsenic. Just eat it up. Don't worry about it.
It's only moving drawings.
It's only a little sewage in your.
Only the thing I base my entire channel off. Yes.
Yeah.
Sewage.
It's only a couple of black lines. God, why is everyone getting so critical over things?
Yeah.
Here's great Scott. Thank you for the tip. The only way a Netflix Berserk could work is if they use the studio that made Castlevania for an anime. I'd even prefer the 2017 Berserk over a live-action adaptation. Wow. Oh.
Those are some big words.
Those are big words, yeah.
How about no?
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
Not everyone was happy with the Castlevania animation, and no one I know was happy with the 2017 Berserk. So...
Joe Crazy in the set said, he said Yoko Kanno's name like that because Joey lives in Japan and is fluent in Japanese.
But
I have no idea why he said the first name first.
Yeah, no, he said Yoko Kanno first 4 minutes ago, Yoko Kanno. And now he's saying Kanno Yoko. I was like, what is, stop it. Like, pick one and stick with it.
Well, technically he's speaking in English, so he should use the English order of names.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Because he's
and
speaking
everywhere
in
it's
English.
listed, it's Yoko Kanno.
It's like Shinichiro Watanabe. We don't call him Watanabe Shinichiro. It's like we get it.
Or Watanabe-san.
Yeah. I'll call him Bob. Hey Bob, how's the animation going? Like, no,
I'm working on my eugenics project.
I've got this new exam I'm working on. I'm trying to fuse a kid with a dog.
The eugenics wars are starting.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yes.
Dog goes Edward.
All right.
What?
8 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Here we go.
Composer, which is a big factor of Cowboy Bebop, is what made Cowboy Bebop so unique, was Kano Yoko's amazing compositional techniques. She is fully back working on the soundtrack to this live action. You have Watanabe Shinichiro.
Nostalgia, babe.
Can I just say something? What is it about just music? As in, like, okay, that's great. You've mentioned this a couple of times that the composer's back, but
Music can definitely add something.
Like it's the same thing as like the sequel trilogy had John Williams reprising his role as composer. Like, okay,
Great.
yeah, and
not going to make
music
it better.
do they have? Yeah, but what music do they have? The original theme, and then
Yeah,
something else.
Mark, you watched it, right? Was there any new music you've never heard?
No, it's the exact same track.
Yeah, I thought
like
so.
it's the same one. Like there's like maybe they had like the band and they played it again, but it's the same thing. They haven't changed anything about the music. So it's pretty much that. Like maybe they used playback or something like that.
Well, that's the thing
'Cause
with
it's almost exact same.
when you spend money on a
Sorry, go ahead.
musician and you call them back to do something new, and they don't do anything new, that means you're not paying them to do that. They're just paying to do the stuff they already did. And
Yeah, they're just putting the same name
Yeah.
to make it more popular.
And
But yeah, like it's the same Greenbird song that when Spike falls out from the cathedral.
oh, jeez. Well, as I said before, in the interview she had, you could watch on Netflix YouTube channel. She says they only used 10% of the music from the original, but she didn't say in what capacity. And I think it's only meaning the actual recording that they took from the anime and put into the live action. I think the music,
Which is lazy.
yeah, I think the music is 100%
The
all the
rest
same.
of those 90% is her screaming at how horrible the invitation is.
I don't know, but I don't think she was paid. Can you make new composition for us? No, that's a hell of a lot of effort. That's a lot of work to make a brand new piece of orchestral accompaniment.
As opposed to the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, where yes, it's the same music, but they actually brought Uematsu back for consultation on how to modernize it.
They did a lot more effort. Yeah, that's what I mean when you're talking about the remake of Final Fantasy VII. They remade everything: the music, the sound, the story, the character. Like, everything was redone.
Yeah, for the remake of 7 and the Pixel remasters for the first 6 games, they brought Uematsu back for consultation for modernizing the music.
Yeah, and
especially for the older games.
And
it's like, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You could argue with 6 being already perfect. You don't have to, reimagine it. It's the music.
I mean, we'll see. We just got the soundtrack for 5, and from what I've heard, it's really good. I can only imagine how they're going to do it with 6. It can only go the quality of 6's soundtrack can only go up from the SNES version.
Yeah, it's kind of a sacred cow for me. If they screw, like the same with Bebop, if they screw that up, it's like, okay, you've ruined it.
And I mean, I've heard a little bit from 5, and it's really good. I'm just waiting to see what they do with 6.
Okay. All right, great, Scott. Thank you for the tip again. Berserk is just one of the few mangas I could never see getting a live action. There's no way. And if they do a live action, they're going to get into some obligatory politics for brownie points, just like Bebop here, which I'm never going to watch. Yeah. It's too big, first off. It's just too big. You cannot adapt that to anime. You'd be here for years.
Mm-hmm.
So, as interesting as it is, I like it, but it's just, it's not a great manga. It's good. I like it, but it's not great. There's problems with it. So, it would be very niche, it would be very expensive, and it would only be like one arc, probably. At most.
I think that's what gets people.
Yeah, and
But they're just going to adapt the Golden Age arc again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I
Also,
know
yeah,
the example is more of the goofy kind, but imagine trying to adapt Furikuri.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
It would,
Yeah.
yeah, but what I mean is, there are so many iconic scenes in that, similar to Neon Genesis, ending aside, is you need, if you want to do that, you need an artistic mind. Whoever made this does not have that. This is a pseudo product. This is pseudo art. It's someone who thinks he's an artist but isn't. But since there are no bars for quality anymore, apparently anyone can get these jobs. Like anyone can be any doofus can be a writer in Hollywood nowadays.
As if there was ever a bar of quality in Hollywood,
All right.
with exceptions.
Well,
Well, at least back in the day, the big franchises, they proved themselves in with all the muck around them. Then you had a lot of imitators about that. That's where we got some quality things from, like all the great stuff from the 80s. However, that kind of thing doesn't seem to be there anymore. That kind of competition.
Competition.
Now
and
you
the
just
passion
go there,
for
you
it.
know people, and then you get your $10 million contract, and then you write Game of Thrones into the ground because you don't actually know how to put words on paper.
Let alone on screen.
Yeah, and I honestly believe at this point that these Benioff and Weiss, was that their names? I'm not even sure they can write normal texts. I would want it to be. This is because what they made is so bad that I want to see proof that these two guys can write a normal text on paper, that they are capable of forming sentences that are coherent, that have correct grammar.
they can't use Twitter. Yeah. Okay.
That's the one thing they can do right. Use Twitter and complain on Twitter.
Yeah, complain that people call them out on their fraud, because that is fraud.
Yep.
All right. Let's keep going.
Looking over the entire thing. John Cho, I think, pulls off the Spike thing really nicely, especially in this 2.5 minute footage. I think he very much has like the full-on like Spike setup and Spike attitude that we did see in the original anime series.
Yeah, if Spike was like 20 years older, yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
If Spike didn't die and kept doing the same shit
for
20 years, yeah, exactly. You're right.
Yeah, they could have made Cowboy Bebop Aftermath
Oh God.
with no Spike.
In a retirement home.
In an alternate dimension.
With no Spike, we just see the grave.
Oh no, where Spike was secretly cloned.
Yeah, when he was in surgery, he just was in surgery for like 20 years.
No, the best thing you can do is just call it Cowboy Bebop Afterlife, and then just get a CGI version of Spike to come back.
Oh no!
And then the crossover with the Ghostbusters. It'll be good.
Because even death doesn't stop people coming back.
Yeah.
And here I am still waiting for Spaceballs 3 and History of the World Part 2.
Oh.
Wait, Spaceballs 3?
Where's 2?
Where was 2?
That's the point.
In Germany it came out.
It was supposed to be titled. It was by Rick Moranis, coined it to Mel Brooks in the early 2000s that he wanted to make Spaceballs 3, subtitle On the Search for Spaceballs 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, you know, Canadians don't have much leeway when it comes to making movies. So.
I know. Well, that's what you get for living in a.
Well, folks, we heard that straight from the source.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They come to us to make movies cheaper, not for us to go there.
Oh, like New Zealand.
When you move out of Canada, I do like one of the few things I like about that country.
Oh.
I like the fact that there's killer whales that eat moose, but that's And I had to call him killer whales
Whales
because
is
Smud's never
natural
heard the word
predator.
orca before. So
Then just say orca.
They don't call them orcas in Canada.
they call them moose eaters.
What? Okay.
Yes.
Moose meat is actually pretty good.
Sometimes orcas eat moose.
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually eaten
Meese.
moose. Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah,
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Mooses?
Someone agrees with my
side?
understanding of English grammar being wrong.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
okay.
And who would that be?
Yeah.
Rick Moranis.
Yes.
Yes. Was he eaten by an orca
No, he went to become a country singer.
or a moose?
Did he?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
not very long, but he did. Yeah.
I just thought he just retired to like.
And then
look
years
after his
later,
kids.
he did some kind of like smartphone commercial thing with
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds,
yeah.
right?
No, I
Didn't
can't
his
help
wife
but
die
imagine
or
him
something?
country singing in his
I-
Lord Helmet suit.
I think his wife did die. I think that's part of why he retired in the first place.
Yeah, this was like a 20-year hiatus. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
Oh well. Why don't we just CGI him into the next Ghostbusters movie?
No, they're saving the budget to do that with Egon.
No, he's not dead. He's not dead yet, so he can fight back.
All right. Again, 2 minutes.
In my opinion,
Please
with
don't be
live
advertisement.
action stuff, how it looks is definitely not as important as how the story flows. Because
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Well, because the story is going to flow so well.
Guys, pacing.
Sure.
Pacing is number one. Just so you.
Actually, Smut, a question. Like, do you remember a single point in the story where Spike would have a sniper rifle at Vicious, and he's like threatening him through a phone?
What?
That, like, I can shoot you anytime.
What?
Because that also happens in the show. And he shoots through a bulletproof glass, and then the bullet just barely
So not
hits
bulletproof.
the cheek of
Wait,
Vicious
is-
and then just gets off.
What is he? What is he? Deadshot or something? What the fuck?
I don't know.
He's
Like,
Gogo
I never
13.
knew that he became an assassin.
I mean, no, he wouldn't be Deadshot. Deadshot always makes sure his shots ricochet.
It's a story of Gogo 13 without being Gogo 13. You're just some guy with a gun.
Yeah.
I don't know,
He
but
talks
too much to
Golden
Dunn.
13 needed some tricks to get through bulletproof glass.
Well, yeah, but that was just hit the glass 7 times. So,
In the exact
With
same
Lamb
spot
16.
from 2 kilometers away.
well, yeah, that's true. But he still hit the guy in the head, so that was pretty awesome.
Oh
Against
god, a
the
Go-Go 13 Netflix series.
Oh, shh.
No, please, no.
How would they ruin that? Let me count the
They
ways.
don't.
Go-Go
the thing is,
13 arrives at Netflix headquarters and kills
Never
everyone.
underestimate Hollywood.
that makes me. That
There'd
makes
be
me
no
realize
time to
something.
die. That's what it would be.
All these bad
Oh,
actors.
yeah.
All these bad actors. When they have when they should play characters that actually have emotions and move around and emote, then they are wooden and do nothing. But when they should be playing someone hyper stoic like Golgo 13, they're just quirky and can't stop doing weird acting stuff. At least if we look at the anime, the Golgo 13 movies, they were different.
Oh boy, don't talk about those. Those are. Whoa, those are weird.
Yes, they are.
All right. Well, even the live action ones are another story, but whew. All right, here's Giga Chad. Oh, I always love getting tipped from Giga Chad. Guys, please stop criticizing product number 837-383-738-373-873-737-337-337. You're being very istophobic. These millionaire actors' beefies will get hurt.
That's the conveyor belt
Get a
number for this
therapist.
thing.
You have the money.
And I really don't
Do you
like
want
how
them
this
to starve?
product has too many threes.
I was just hammering with the fingers at the same spots. That's fine. It's fine.
All right, again, 2 minutes. Well, 2 minutes and a bit.
Hooray.
Because there have been a lot of live-action anime series, both made in Japan and by the West, that have nailed the aesthetics, but absolutely
Give me an example.
fucked up the narrative. We don't know anything about what kind of storyline it's going to follow.
Still no
Is it
example.
follow
You
the
can see that
original
from
TV
what it
series?
looks
Is
like.
it going to be a completely new story that Watanabe Shinichiro is creating? We only have 2.5 minutes of footage that we don't even know if it's going to make it
Yeah,
into the
again, didn't
original
give
TV
examples.
series or not. And y'all
I
are
can give
already
examples.
quick to judge, saying that they completely ruined Cowboy Bebop. Come on, guys.
Have you
I'm
looked
not
at
saying
Faye?
that you should stop being a negative Nancy, but
Shut the fuck up.
I know what he's going to say. I know what he's
You
going to say.
disgusting, emotionally manipulative, gaslighting, corrupt ass cunt.
You know what people say? I wouldn't want to say this to
I was
something,
wrong.
but I'm going to say it's something. Like they're going to. I
Yeah.
hate this
I'm not going to
passive
say
aggressive
stop being a
nonsense.
negative Nancy, but stop being a negative Nancy.
Yeah.
Power and just say it.
That's what he's going to say. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like me. Be aggressive. Be
Yeah,
honestly aggressive.
he'll just tell people to shut up right when they're talking. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's the
Why-
same with
why-
saying
why-
sorry, not
Carry
sorry.
on talking.
I don't like you, but I don't like you. Like all this double talk. I hate it.
Yeah. Why don't people just be like me and just go, I just really don't like you, please go away.
Why is your argument
so
so
well.
different than mine? Like why? It doesn't make sense. Why can't you think like me?
What? Why are people
Why
just
can't we all be
why-
a hive mind? Jesus.
Why can't we all just be passive aggressive to each other all the time? It's like, no, I prefer just being aggressive. Don't worry.
I'd rather kick your ass.
All right.
You should stop being a negative Nancy, because they could have easily,
Oh,
Fucking dick.
I guessed it word for word.
It seems that Hawk can speak Australian.
Oh, why don't you like crap? I'm shilling to you
Hang on.
because I was paid for it. Just fucking.
Hang on.
I'm
I'll speak
I
for
wanna
like the
see
most
it.
famous Australian, Steve Irwin.
Yeah, Paramanta Ray, man.
As a stingray, actually. Mm.
I think we
Okay.
call him Manta Ray.
Manta rays are perfectly docile.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't know the
stingrays.
difference. I don't know
Yeah,
what we call
stingray. Yeah, it was
stingrays in
it was.
It's an accident.
That is all
What they
Manta
call-
Rays.
Well, that's very bigoted of you, isn't it?
That's bullshit.
You see a flat, fishy-looking thing. You go, oh, they're all manta rays, aren't they?
Of course.
Well, there's a problem.
Germans.
You see, there's already a problem. The English Wikipedia page for stingray has no German equivalent.
Because there's no stingrays in German.
Yeah.
Chris.
That explains it.
Ah, yes.
Wait, what do Germans call
If I
stingrays?
may, list some examples.
What do Germans call stingrays? They call them, I don't know.
Stachelrochen.
It's like
Okay.
there's no German word for victory in world wars. So I can understand there being no word for stingray in German.
I thought it was der totale Sieg. Just that we didn't get it.
What?
We had a name for it, we just didn't get it.
Okay.
Ah.
Wait, is that what? Is that what? Is that really what? Is it? I don't know. It just most of the times when you speak German, it just sounds like you're stubbing your toe and you're just letting out a pain cry.
Yes, that's when you speak German.
What, like Stachelrochen?
I
Yeah,
always feel like it's just a
everything.
cough in the back of your throat.
Yeah, everything German either sounds like someone sneezing really loudly or they're like stubbing their toe. It's just
They have
It's a
something in their
wonderful
throat.
it's a
Like
wonderful
a big
language.
sausage. A big German sausage.
Stubbing your
Wurst.
toe on a big German sausage. Go.
Excellent Rechtsjagen Dragon.
Wow. Thank you.
Wieso Henker stößt du dir dein Zeh an der Wurst?
I didn't even say anything German. I just said Swindon.
Sounded vaguely German.
Okay. All right. Seek Kyle, thank you for the tip. After seeing the main cast, I was already planning on making what Tim McVeigh did look like a joke. After they made Julia a gangster and the blasphemous treatment of Vicious, I was about ready to buy Tesla coils and tell the UN I hate the Antichrist. Wow, Kyle, that was a mouthful.
Now, just imagine he was German saying all that.
Tim McVeigh.
That's a real mouthful.
Gangsters. Tesla coils, yeah. Whew.
But yeah, you can't just say, "Oh well, we don't know if this lost session is going to be in the thing." We kind of guess it might not be there, but there's a feel and a look around everything,
yeah.
And the look and the feel is just off.
They put a lot of effort into that video,
Mm-hmm.
and it's odd for them to take that style when you don't need to stylize Bebop. It's already done for you. Even the color scheme, you don't even have to give like Faye the red color and Jet like you don't have to do that. It just keep it all red, black, and that red and black. You're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't try to make a Cowboy Bebop live adaptation.
Well,
unless I really loved the series and was already proven to be amazing at artistic cinematic
if you got
stuff.
Watanabe and the director behind damn it, my brain just stopped. I had the name, I just forgot it. The guy who does dialogue very well in movies. Tarantino, thank you so much. He would love Bebop. He would go nuts with dialogue.
And he knows how to do the cinematics somewhat right in the anime style. You saw that in Kill Bill a lot of the time because he's very inspired by all of this stuff. I could also imagine Frank Miller working on this as well because he knows how to do the scenes right. Say what you will about the last Mad Max movie, he knows how to make it look right with the whole with the scenes with the guitar guy on the truck flying in forward into the into the camera.
Yeah, and he likes doing westerns, so he has the background for it. He doesn't mind having long shots that just last for 15 minutes, and it's all dialogue. Bebop had a few of those scenes where just this long series of conversations where nothing much happens, and they're pontificating on life. He would totally eat that up, and Watanabe would be like, "Oh my God, I'm sitting down with Quentin Tarantino. This is a dream come true. Let's do this." And they'll just get they'll tap Yoko Kanno again, and they'll get whoever the hell they wanted and do it right. I think that
and that's the level of professionalism and cost you would need to make this right.
Well, Netflix has the money.
And I don't want to invest that.
No, Netflix has the money. They could do it.
Yeah, but they don't want to. They could, but they don't want to. They just want something cheap for next weekend. And Drunken Mumble in the chat adds that, dude, the actual conversation with Watanabe dates back to 2019, where he says he's being ignored.
Yeah, no.
Why does Joey keep bringing him up in relation to this adaptation like he's hardcore involved?
Yeah, I remember covering the interview they gave. He had no interaction with any of the cast. He was only there during the first pitch meeting, and that was it.
Really?
So just so they can claim that, oh, he was here.
Yeah, that's it. So he had,
it's
he
just
had
for
no
legalese.
Yeah.
Again, bait. He was just bait.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you don't do. When you have the creator of a thing who's still alive, you say, "Hey, genius man with the vision, we want to take your vision and put it into live action. How would you do that, sir?" And he goes, "Oh, really? Okay, let me think about that." It'll give you like 10 different answers.
Yeah, that's why it's fraud.
Yeah, when they tell you they're consulting, air quotes, that means, hey, we brought you out here. This is what we're doing. Now leave.
Yeah. whenever someone says like, "Oh, the original creator's consulting something," it's a bit like, so they've had no input whatsoever and they've been ignored.
Yeah, because the person who has the reins is the one with the power, and they're like, "Ooh, I can't wait to flex. I can't wait to do something myself."
You see this thing? You made this thing? It's my thing now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin it right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like what was it? I always remember I was watching a documentary on Red Dwarf. If people don't know, it's a comedy series, a sci-fi comedy series in the UK.
I remember seeing it when I was a kid.
Yeah, they were talking about how they were doing the American version, and Doug Naylor and Rob Grant, who made it, went over to Hollywood and everything like that, and we're in this meeting and all this sort of stuff, trying to get it pitched and everything like that, and they had no input whatsoever. Like, no one was listening to them, no one cared about anything they said and all that. The first pilot was a failure and it was crap, so they asked them to rewrite. Like, they asked Doug and Rob to actually write another episode. They did it, and then like the producers and like the businessmen like took the script, went, "No, we're not doing that, we're doing something else." And that's when they both went like, "Yeah, this is not going to work. They're just not interested in anything that we've got to add." And it's like, when I listened to that, I was like, yeah, that's what I realised. Like, when they say someone's consulting, it's like, no, they're just getting brought in for like one meeting to be ignored by guys in suits. So
yeah, there's no way he was involved in the making of this without some leak or something about him, what he said, because it was just an interview from last year or 2 years ago. That was it.
There's actually a funny thing about Red Dwarf America. It's the reason why what's her name on Deep Space Nine, was it Jazidia Dax or something?
Dax, yeah.
Yeah, that's why the actress left the show Deep Space Nine.
Because of Red Dwarf?
I was taking a note.
Yeah, to appear in the American pilot of the Red Dwarf. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
I thought because
she left that.
They didn't renew her contract and she had other options, and it's like, okay, you're gonna keep.
No, that's still true. They didn't renew her for season 7.
But Red Dwarf was the other options and stuff.
Exactly.
And then she ended up working at what was that sitcom with Ted Danson, Becker.
Yeah, it's just weird because I saw her in it and I was like, "What the hell's she doing here?" And I read up on it and it's like, "Oh my god, yeah!" I was like, "Wow, that was a bad career move."
It wasn't a bad series. It was just a strange transition. I was like, "Why did you go from that to that so quickly?"
Money.
Oh,
boy.
you can do worse career moves, like the actress of
Denise Crosby.
Denise Crosby, Jesus! Imagine doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on the flip side, Denise left pretty early on.
Yeah, Gates McFadden as well. Then she came back for dumb reasons.
Just for season 2, though.
Well, her reasoning was retarded because there was too. She didn't like the episode with the black people fighting Tasha Yar with the spike clubs.
I mean that episode was stupid. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but you don't leave a show because you have one bad episode.
Yeah.
No, true.
All this weird, that was very left leaning.
What is really the problem with that episode? Because it's goofy.
We have like a minute left.
It's not really. All I saw was that it wasn't in compliance really with the Prime Directive.
Well,
because that's those people, they were way too underdeveloped.
It's a whole ball of weirdness in that first and second season. So,
I mean, at least you can give credit for that. They did the whole thing with the Prime Directive. At least they got that consistently. Too bad it was
not in that episode, because there's no reason that those people should be anywhere near Starfleet. Should know
enough of season 1 of TNG. We are not talking about season 1 of TNG ever again.
But then why does Worf keep this stupid spike scorpion tail glove in his apartment, in his quarters, to the end of the show?
Because
I think he even has it in Deep Space Nine.
I mean,
he still has that prop.
Isn't that damn thing just like an heirloom or something?
No, that's the weird spiky nail glove that Tasha Yar had in that episode.
No.
That that if it just nicks you, it is instant death by poison.
I don't know if
and
that's.
he just has it lying around in his quarters, where then his son is running around playing with his weapons. Like, whoa!
He had that glove with
the
giant thumb spike. I don't know what you called that one, but that's when he was training by himself without the safeties on in the.
Maybe the one he has in the open is a replicated one that doesn't have poison. I don't know.
Maybe he just likes to live life to the extreme.
Yeah, he is a Klingon, so
Poison. All right, let's do it.
health and safety.
Again, maybe the one out in the open is a replicated one with no poison.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the fact of the matter
I think it's the exact same prop.
I mean, at least I want to think about it a little more.
Because they were too lazy to make other props for Worf to have around.
I mean,
oh well,
fair.
Possibly, yeah, fine.
Fair.
We don't have time to make props.
Anyway,
He's a Klingon.
It's only Star Trek.
So
it's only
it's all right.
Anyway, let's go back to the video.
Fucked this up, like
Poison.
actually it up. Fucked it up in the visual department, fucked it up in the casting department,
Yes,
fucked it up
yes.
in the aesthetics, in
That's
the
exactly
music.
what they did.
Yes.
Everything could have been horrible. I mean,
It is.
And it is.
all Netflix
Wow,
series
he's
have done
speaking
it
so
before.
much truth.
Sometimes we've got some absolutely god awful live action stuff that has actually
Tell me
been
about it.
Examples, please.
And as of right now, I think Netflix and the Cowboy.
He can't give examples of things which are good, things which were done, and things which were bad.
This is
The video
Zero.
This is worse. This is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution, my dude.
This is the worst thing ever.
You can't convince a liar of the truth. I keep saying it.
It took
He knows.
13.
He knows he's lying. He knows it.
He could have
Yeah, it took-
prepared 2 minutes beforehand and listed some of the adaptations that were good, bad, or just happened. It wouldn't have been hard.
At least the Tabernacle just says it's ridiculous and moves on so quick you can't notice it. This guy
can't.
lays on.
He can't
Wes.
list good adaptations because that would set a bar, that would set a standard of what is good. And then you watch just this video and you see this is not that.
Even then, there aren't any good ones.
Netflix one. Netflix.
Yeah, no, Netflix.
There
ones.
aren't any good ones, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they constantly make shit. It's constantly bad.
Apparently, there was a French City Hunter anime that was live action. I haven't watched it, but
Wait, what?
yeah, a
Weird.
French live action adaptation from City Hunter.
Weird.
Okay.
I want to
Oh,
see it.
right.
I actually like City
Pretty
Hunter.
sure something like that would work.
I don't know. I really don't. I'm very curious. French actors. It's awesome. Think about it.
I don't want to think about the French.
Just
That's
no,
the
just
problem.
obviously, but think
I
about
don't want Lupin be played by Louis Define.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it could work. You never know with the French. Anyway,
I just
old Lupin.
I just love the fact that whatever Smud's like desire to get me to one day say something French. Oh, I liked it. I don't know. It's just very strange. I don't know how to explain this to you.
the
I don't like the French. There's just something about it.
well,
Sure, I eat their bread, but that's about it.
all right, almost done.
Bebop Teen and Netflix have done a pretty of making a somewhat faithful adaptation, at least in the visual and aesthetic department. So yeah,
Let's hire a guy who's 20 years older than the guy we're hiring. Let's hire a dude who's black, who should be white.
Yeah, let's hire a black dude to play a white guy. Yeah, it's got the right visuals. Are you blind? Are you having a stroke? How do you what? How?
He's slightly
let's
tan,
hire
so
a
he's
woman
actually
who
white.
is nothing like Faye, has the wrong body type, and doesn't even want to wear the clothes.
Yeah, the argument
anyway,
was great.
Anyway, Idris Elba as Adolf Hitler. Well, they've got the aesthetic right. You know, it looks perfectly
He's not
fine.
black enough.
No.
Gets the
black
Michael
enough.
Jordan.
Fried chicken.
Michael Jordan can pull off the Adolf mustache very well.
Yeah, I just. It's like the people. It's like the people who like that. That
Brie
black
Larson
actress who played Anne Box.
We do not speak of her.
I'm just like, and people are like, well, maybe she's a good actress. It's like, no, you can't be black and play the White Queen of England. It just doesn't work like that. You don't get.
BBC
Stretching it a little far.
like to know your location. They have a black one playing Elizabeth.
It's like getting a. It's like hiring someone from Syria to play Father Christmas. It's just not the thing you do for a certain look.
This is a comedy. I know where this works.
And also, the person was white. The real person was white.
Well, Syrians look very much like Central Europeans.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, I walk past them sometimes. I think, oh, that's a Central European there.
Yeah,
Hello,
no,
European.
seriously. When I see old Syrian women with their headscarves in the bus, like they just look like old German grannies, but with Muslim headscarves.
Yeah,
You go back
wait,
to Syria.
hold on. I'm not your abilities to distinguish between things. I don't trust. You don't know the difference between stingrays and manta rays. So.
Why would I? We don't have these things here.
Well.
All right. Well,
we killed all the horrible creatures centuries ago.
All right,
like the Australians who can't because they have too much damage reduction.
Let's end this. 30 seconds.
No, Gigaman. We've got to listen to how the German wants to eradicate all of these horrible creatures.
luckily,
So anyway, onto the Jews.
the Italian's agility stat
30
is higher.
seconds, man.
We can click that button.
To give my 2 cents on that because obviously all the stuff I just said I cannot fit into a tweet. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about it. Over here next to
want
my
to hear it. That's why
We're
he's
done.
shaking his head.
Fuck off.
That's his avatar for his channels. What?
Yeah, for this channel, yes.
It's a dude peeking out.
guy is
Okay.
It's like
horrible.
peekaboo.
Is that
The
even
other one
him?
is a white-haired
Yes, it's him.
anthro
Yes,
character.
Are you sure his nose got longer?
He's whiter. He's very white.
Oh,
He's
careful there.
His nose got longer. He's Pinocchio.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going somewhere else.
Skin tone's
Like
very
his
different.
face seems a lot.
Anyway,
smoother.
memes.
I know nothing about. So I know nothing else about this guy. Any of his other videos.
Other than
But
his nose.
this is utter crap, full of lies.
Anyway, the memes.
And he knows he's
All
lying.
right.
He knows it.
Okay, Wisp from today. Okay. Here is.
The memes aren't showing on the thing.
They're not.
Oh, on the what? On the stream?
Oh, you have to go to the actual channel if you want to see them yourself. But I broadcasted on the video, so you have to go to the actual video and watch it with me. It's a little bit.
Yeah, there's like a 1 minute delay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
You
I'll
have
just-
to guess. You have to
yeah.
guess where Smut
I
is.
mean, I'll just do this, and they can see it.
It's
There you go.
from today. Wisp was the first poster, and it's a picture from Botan and
It's cute.
myself, and Wisp is on the right. And I
Wait,
don't-
wrong thing.
Who's on the left? Who's that exactly?
Hawk.
That's Hawk.
It's me.
Yeah,
That's Hawk. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't you see the bloody thing on his nose?
Okay, there you go.
What,
Now
did
you
you
guys
make
can see
it?
mine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For some reason, Botan drew me in a little nice checkered shirt.
Yeah, like a Charlie
I like
Brown
it.
character or something.
He didn't draw your beard though.
I
It's
think
an
I'd
old picture.
shaved. Yeah, I think I'd shaved.
There's a lack of
Fair
blood
point.
Oh,
and beer. Yeah. So.
like a blood and beer.
All right, what's this? A video from spoiler. It hurt to make this. What is this? Let's try. Oh no!
no.
No! I'm not watching that.
Oh no, this is the thing.
At least not within the confines of this channel. Maybe I'll watch it later. Thanks anyway.
That is,
Yeah,
that is-
what the
oh,
anime
God.
man one?
That woman who plays Ed, that doesn't even sound like
Joe
a voice
Crazy.
with
Mark,
anything.
what's going on here? Joey oh, there it is.
Yeah, I linked you the tweet where he admits that he saw the clips before everyone else. So it means that he got contacted by Netflix about this.
Oh.
Like, how much more can he lie? Seriously.
Oh, okay.
And what date was that? Do you know what?
I'll tell you
I
right
think
now.
at the end of October.
Oh,
2
geez.
days. What this
20th
tweet?
of November. That would.
Yeah, 2 days
oh,
ago.
No.
Yeah.
The end of October would be like.
No, the tweet from Anime Man doing the reaction clips. The one in stream memes
Oh, I see.
was from 2 days ago.
Okay. All right. Here we. Oh no. From Damon. Manga, anime, Netflix adaptation. What is
Is that Matt Smith?
Oh dear. What is going on?
I see Terry Crews there. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's Terry Crews.
what the?
Boy. Oh, I've seen that before. That's not bad.
No, duh.
Netflix, when they pay off YouTubers, shut your pie hole and dance, monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Oof.
What?
Oh dear God!
What happened?
I don't know.
It's not a face morph, it's something else. I don't know what that is, but whoa.
It's called You Ugly.
Don't worry, nobody else
is
knows.
this?
Wow, it's
What are
Ed
you looking
with her Pippi Longstocking
This is-
haircut.
This is so ugly. This is just so ugly.
Fuckfishes.
I'm glad you like that one.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, it's from you. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I can't even see this one.
I didn't make it, but I just found it online.
But this is so fitting.
USA, Japan, USA.
Pearl Harbor,
Pearl Harbor anime.
and then
Oh, I can't see it. I gotta open it.
No, so the
it
first
goes
is,
USA.
Netflix adaptation on the
Atomic
bomb.
Bombs. Okay, no. Pearl Harbor, Atomic Bombs, anime, Netflix adaptation.
Netflix adaptation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Another video. Let me just.
It's the same video as
It's the same.
Oh.
Okay, no, get that out of here.
This is good. Always
Shut up.
enjoy a good mashup. It's always fun.
I'll tell you what, Space Cowboy.
Bebop, Seinfeld. I think I've seen that before. I don't want to. Like, if I'm going to get hit by anything, Seinfeld will hit me. So, forgot that idea. Roan the Weeb. Is this another video? What is this?
It's just
Gundam 20th Anniversary Project, GC of Year, the movie.
Oh, nightmare. Something
Is it
terrible.
That bad, I assume.
I'm surprised.
That's why I was afraid of live action Gundam.
Can you people please get pictures that are bigger?
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yes,
Gingaman has
please.
never heard of that. So, I thought you'd be all over that. All right.
What?
Do you know or have you ever praised Cowboy Beflix?
No.
Is this the Nuremberg trials? What's going on?
Yes.
Oh, what the?
Holy shit.
It's pretty equivalent crime.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Wood.
What is this Harry Potter with planks?
What? I don't know.
What is this?
Where's the edit?
Yeah,
What's
where's
the edit there?
yeah? Why have you just put the movie poster up? It's so strange. This is for memes.
Okay.
Oh, the-
Finally. Whose is this?
Twitter.
I just, oh my god.
Oh, God.
Another video. Moving on.
Mark, what's the video about?
Yeah, this is the scene, but yeah, let's not watch it on stream.
You want to
No.
watch? I can't watch
Wait,
it.
is
I'll
this-
get hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spike
Okay.
pulls out.
Stabbed in the back.
They are trying to piss people off at this point.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the One Piece.
really?
Netflix adaptation.
Oh,
I
hell.
honestly thought the guy who was playing Sanji looked like Eminem.
Is this serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
official. Yes.
Wow.
I tell you,
Netflix,
it's a cultural crusade to destroy everything that has existed.
It can't be
And
that
then
hard to
somebody
find,
complained
guys.
about Nami being white.
Yeah, no, it can't be that hard to find. It's like, do you look reasonable to the anime? It's all you gotta do. It's like, yeah, she's a redhead, whatever. It's like, fine, pick her, get her. That doesn't look close. Aye. Well, we'll worry about that when we see it.
Meanwhile,
another one.
Kojima.
Oh, no. Oh, it's Kojima. Of course he's going to say something good. Today is a day of many deliveries. First, I watched the latest episode of Invasion, episode 7, Hope. Then I watched the first episode of Cowboy Bebop, which is available on Netflix today at I Changed My Mind. And watched the 3
Even Kojima hates.
Wow. Amazing.
Kojima!
It's not horror, but it's scary in a different way.
That's awesome. I mean, I wasn't expecting that.
That is nice. That is a nice jab.
I don't know how that happened, but Kojima actually has taste. It's amazing.
Meanwhile, the next one is just a straight
Oh,
up lie.
no. This one, yeah. Oh, God.
Cowboy Bebop star Mason Alexander says the show is righting the wrongs of anime. No.
Kill yourself.
Yes.
Fucking fetishist asshole.
Guys, let it be known that
That was false. That was essentially false transitioned. Lives a life in pain. Bereft of dignity. And all you make out of it is, oh look, I wear women's clothes. You disgusting asshole.
all right. Just to clarify to the audience who's new here, Wisp is very cognizant of trans stuffs, being trans.
Wisp the pissed.
Wisp,
We're gonna have to explain the next meme.
Oh no.
Okay,
If
so
there is
God.
a rule,
Please
it is
don't.
the existence of this
this dude
person.
masturbated to an unconscious woman, like in a coma.
oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
did.
This is just too much. This is when I say mashups are funny, this is not what I meant.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Was it? I don't know.
This is actually a really good scene. It's all in episode 5, but you know.
Meanwhile,
There we go. Another manga looks fantastic. Anime looks fantastic. What the hell is that? What is that? Does anyone recognize
That is
that?
Rugrats.
No, I can't. I don't even know what that is.
Where are you? Which meme are you right
Manga,
now?
anime, Netflix adaptation.
the second one by,
Oh,
by
that.
Great
Is
Scott.
this the American
Like
Red
Little
Wolf
Shinji.
pilot?
I'm going to say no.
Is
It looks a lot better, to be honest.
All right. Well, is this a real world? Oh,
No, it's not.
so many great lines. Forgot what a great series Cowboy Bebop is.
Okay, no, I gotta. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta check on dinner.
All right.
Oh, good luck to you.
Space Cowboy joined the game. Space Cowboy left the game. I hate the Antichrist. I hate the Antichrist. We've got you surrounded. Come watch your favorite characters get sodomized by hack writers. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. I
Can't read this.
I love the kind of
It's
woman
another video.
that will actually just kill me. They made a joke about this because of the bidet scene that was released. And the quote was, I love the kind of bidet that will actually clean my asshole. Or something like
Why is
that.
there so much? Why is there so much of this?
Yeah. Just some funny headlines. Oh dear. Yeah, I could barely read that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically Daniela talking about how great she is, how bad the fans are, and blah, blah, blah. When you pull up to the Waffle House and the cook's sitting up front like this, you know your meal finna bang.
Bang?
Your meal finna bang.
It's probably another Australian accent.
Is that Black Talk?
Or, yeah, it might be Ebonics, yes.
I wish I could speak like Americans, but I can't.
That's not a
I can try it if you want, Smud.
It's okay.
When you pull up to the Waffle House and the cook's sitting up front like this, you know your meal finna bang.
Okay, so this is a French. What is
Mr. Orson Welles.
He's very. He did a whole bunch of commercials. I don't know which one this is for, but it looks like it's just wine.
Oh,
Yes, and like every single one of them he did because he was drunk. He wanted more. He wanted more of that wine.
It's the wine. The wine advert.
Yeah.
What a man! The man, the myth, the legend.
Here's the famous fight scene between Tashiar and Rando Black Alien Chick.
I get your neural blender out of here.
Yeah, and that's the glove that Worf has in his quarters.
Oh boy.
He kept one.
Guys, I found the Cowboy Bebop
With
Netflix,
instant kill poison.
according to Neural Blender.
What?
Mike, what am I even looking at?
He's been playing with these lately.
Mike, yeah, but what am I?
What is this?
What objects am I? There's a house in the background.
You'll just get a headache if you keep looking at it.
Yeah.
Mike has perfected the art of making Cthulhu-esque creatures.
I don't know
Mike
what
has
those
a
are.
very special
When
brain.
you keep looking at them, they will turn your mind into pudding.
So I don't know what's happening
My
here.
man is already put in. It doesn't matter anymore.
It don't matter. None of this matters. Is this a reference to something?
It's from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That's dude from Aqua Teen.
It don't matter. None
yeah.
of this matters.
Oh.
Mike,
Yeah.
stop it.
Whatever happens, happens. Mike, please give over. Stop.
Mike, no.
Get help.
No.
Just get help.
Skip over it.
Mike, what the hell am I looking at?
Mike, seriously, what? Mike,
What is going
those
on?
tablets are meant to be ingested.
He is trying to
Just-
summon Cthulhu and put it in the brain.
I think there's a gun, and I think there's 3 people in the background. Other than that, none of this makes any sense.
I just love the way it splits like there's a gun and 3 people, and that's as far as they got. Can't you see? It's
Mike, what
you know,
is,
where-
is this abstract
Mike.
art? Like, what is happening?
No, it's AI generated.
It's AI generated.
Ignore it.
The AI
Ignore
is
it.
just trying
Continue.
to
There's
piece
no
together.
problem here.
Is that a tree? Is that a face? Like, what?
It's whatever the AI
Why are
wants
you
to make.
engaging with this? This is
Why
only here
you-
to destroy your mind.
Okay, this now my brain just snapped back. I'm like, holy shit, what the?
Nobody ever
And
listens
the
to my
Naruto
warnings.
trailer.
Holy hell!
You're too good for us, Whisp.
No, it's not that. It's
You're
just
just
like
not
the Germans never usually give warnings. They usually just surprise attacks. That's what the Germans usually
So
do.
here's the other cover to the Gundam live action thing.
Apologize, I can't get good images of it.
No,
That's
so
how bad
live
it is.
action looks funny as shit.
So we saw this before. This is the gentleman who thinks he's what's his name again? Not Gray.
This is a happy gay crossdresser.
Gren.
This person is not trans. This person did not transition. This person does not take hormones. Gren was forced to take hormones. Was forced transitioned. These people. This is how you spot these activists. These socialist activists. They try to frame everything, including fetishes like this, as trans. It is not. They try to depict that there is nothing wrong, nothing bad, and no one ever suffers from wrongfully transitioning. This is evil.
Okay.
This is pure evil.
All right.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Oh my god,
that does
they
look
really did make
terrifying.
that memorial.
In memorial of Diane. Are you? Wow.
That's me.
I think my mom had that haircut.
Is
That's
that glass? Is that ceramic? What is that?
My
No,
condolences.
it's made out of
Bones.
leaves and petals
You're kidding.
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all made out of it's like leaves and petals woven into each
Holy.
other and everything.
Just mean. Why would you make
That's
She
a-
has a lazy eye.
That's
No,
amazing.
but they actually put a lot of effort into it. It's just so badly done.
They put a lot of
That's
shit
what's-
effort into it.
You know, they could have hired an actual mosaic artist, and he would have done.
Mhm. Well,
actual-
it's the reason they did it is it's because it's a type of art that's only in my area. It's like the style.
There's a
It's
reason
usually a
I'm
lot
staying in your
better.
area.
but it's usually a hell of a lot better. I've seen really good ones. It's just that this one, for some reason, they just assumed that Dana had a stroke or something. I don't know. It just looks so bad. So bad.
Oddly enough, I do have a neighbor who is a retired mosaic artist. So,
I think it's called like not Gelden. It's something else. There's a proper word for it, but yeah, it's an old ancient Derbyshire art style.
And it's flowers.
Yeah.
Wow. In that case, that's gigantic.
Oh, but it was huge.
Yes, spirit.
It was absolutely huge. She was staring down on all of us.
Wait,
for at least
you
a
guys
month.
take it down?
Oh yeah, we've taken it down now. It was like 4 years ago because it was a 20th anniversary and they put it up. But yeah, that was looking down at us for ages. It was fucking terrifying.
How big was it?
Big sisters watching.
They actually interviewed someone. They said, "What do you think of it?" And this person just went, "I don't know. I don't even know what this is for."
Okay.
I think one person went, "Oh, does it look good?" He went, "No, I think it looks crap."
Wow. This is the cast of the Red Dwarf American the second Red Dwarf American pilot.
Yeah, the second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're attractive people, but what
and there's Terry Farrell right there. Hey.
Yeah. Thankfully,
Jesus.
I've actually only seen the actual British one, thank God.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Daphne from Frasier?
Probably.
I mean, I've never seen Frasier, so I don't know.
The thing that I like is they've whitewashed the cast.
Figures.
Because half the cast of Red Dwarf are black, so
even back then.
How do you go from Star Trek to Red? I mean, okay, I'm not saying Red Dwarf is bad, but this has got to be a joke.
It's a bit of a leap in logic.
Of the Red Dwarf.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a leap in logic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
if you don't like sci-fi and think Star Trek is crap, why do you go there?
Yeah. Terry Farrell was a friend of Marina Sirtis, so we gotta okay, we see where she's coming from.
I mean, yeah, DS9 was in a rough patch when it was originally airing, but come on.
Not bad.
Yeah, but that was within the 5th season, wasn't it? When she died?
No, at the end of season 6, literally the last episode.
Oh, I'm mixing things up.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, she still got renewed for all of season 6. That's why they left that for the end so that it could transition better.
Oh, I gotcha. And this is not.
It was Paul Wraith possessed Ducat too. Fuck him.
This is not the one they show. They show the one from the previous image we saw, and they pair it up with this Gren.
Still bad.
Yeah, no,
still bad.
Yeah.
Oh, the last picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this narcissistic asshole. Even dyes his hair, but couldn't even turn it to dark blue and put in blue contact lenses. Like they couldn't even find a blue-eyed actor. They don't bother. These people don't care. They just want to insert their personal bullshit.
And
they use well-known franchises, well-known names because they know nobody else would watch anything original they make. And this is so obvious that more and more channels who talk about media catch up on it on their own.
Whew.
Well,
This is just insulting. It's insulting on so many layers.
Okay, guys. Well, that was a really badly remembered take of.
That was a very hot take.
And gonna be here again when One Piece comes out, and then Gundam. Oh,
a very hot take from a sellout.
God,
make it stop.
Why are you guys so negative about it? Why can't you be so open about it, these wonderful projects?
Who do I have to assassinate?
Because I'm a cynical old man. That's why.
Just look at the credits. Just look at the credits at the director, the writer, and the producers.
All right. Well,
the people who make the props are probably fine. They usually make good work.
Here's one
in most
White Knight Leo super chat. I did just check it out. Thank you, sir. Favorite episode is Heavy Metal Queen, the best.
I do love that one.
Is that number 2? I can't remember the order of all these because they're all episodic in nature. They're always it's episode 7. Sorry.
They're all the same.
No, they're all in. The order doesn't really matter because you could watch episode 19 and still enjoy it for what it is. You don't need to know what happened in episode 2. So
I prefer serialized so much.
Oh yeah, I do too. But that's the style of Bebop because it works that way.
No, I can respect it at least.
Yeah, it's the same with Star Trek. You know, any episode in season 3, it's like okay, you can enjoy it. You know, it doesn't have to be the first or the last. Anyway, guys. Yes, Bebop is loved, and when it's loved, you have to do it right. And the best thing would have been to leave it alone. So that was Daphne as Holly. Holy crap! Well, at least she had a British accent. There you go. Good for Red Dwarf Americana. Anyway, that was fun. Had a good time.
I remember back in the day when we were complaining that maybe Keanu Reeves would be picked for Spike.
Right. Back in the day.
Yes.
When
like
he was
there
young.
was like 15 years ago, there was a rumor going around.
Yeah, before Netflix was even a
Yes.
reasonable thing. Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Could he have pulled it off?
Better than John Cho
I
now.
don't know.
I think now we can pull it off.
No. I don't think so.
Like do a time skip. Spike is older.
If they were serious about it, they would have that's the thing. If they would have gotten Watanabe and said, "Wait, who would you want to do Spike? You know, what would be your dream guy?" And whatever
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
They didn't even get Watanabe for this.
No, they didn't.
Oh my god! It's literally Dragon Ball Evolution all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing the same thing that Evolution did with Toriyama.
It's just Sunrise getting a cash grab, saying, "Here, take our license for whatever you want, and we'll take the millions and millions and good day." That's it.
I mean, say what you want about the flaws Dragon Ball has nowadays. If it weren't for Evolution, Dragon Ball would already be dead.
Really?
I mean, the thing there is that how crap Evolution was the catalyst for Toriyama coming back and doing more original.
You're telling me?
Yeah, no, you gotta rectify this horrible mistake.
because the people making Evolutions really kept Toriyama in the dark about what they were doing. It's like, and then years later, when he had the chance, it's like they did the special in 09. What was it? No, 08, 09. It's like Yo Son Goku and his friends return. That was the first thing, the first new thing. Then they did Kai, then the movies, and then Super, and then everything else.
Okay. That's a strange story, but it's pretty entertaining to know that they screwed something up. They called back the original creator, which would have been amazing if Disney did that, but
Just like they shafted him during Evolution. It's like Toriyama was screwed. I'm coming back and making more Dragon Ball stuff. Screw Hollywood.
All right. Well, guys, if we have enough time tomorrow or the day after, it is our Renegade Cut Day, which we are a week late. So let's all have it ready to go. We just got to find the victims to join me. And appreciate.
I'm free tomorrow.
Hopefully, I come down with this COVID that I think I've caught, and I'm not able to join.
Oh, have you finally, after 2 years?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be
finally
dead
got it.
tomorrow.
No, it's funny because I went up
Or is
to
it
the
just
girlfriend's
Renegade
parents.
Cut? I'm sick day.
No, my girlfriend's dad is tested positive for COVID, and I spent the weekend up there, and I'm like, oh great. So far, I'm the only person who hasn't had it out of like all them lot and stuff. So it's funny.
You might lose this thing.
And you're
lost
not,
my table.
and you're not vaccinated, are you?
Oh God, no.
Me neither. Although
Which
my
is
natural
ironic
immunity
because
will handle it.
he actually is vaccinated, double vaccinated.
Wow.
It's
And he's
probably
now-
the
It's strange that it's always those types who get it.
It's probably the Delta strand then.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll probably be dead tomorrow. So if you'd like to go to
It's
my
not-
GoFundMe,
COVID isn't that bad if you're already healthy.
Exactly.
Well, if you have enough vitamin D in your system.
yeah.
I just get a bad cough and I lost my sense of taste. And smell.
What? Forever or
I
temporarily?
don't know how long it stays away. I just can't taste food anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, permanently.
No, it's not permanent. I think it goes
Well-
away after a couple of weeks.
Probably
Okay.
the best way to test if you got COVID is if it's a loss of taste. Just watch the sequel trilogy, and if you start liking it, then you definitely know you've got COVID.
You
Yeah.
can lick a Switch cartridge.
You
That'll
can
probably
chew the
tell you.
battery.
I thought that meme died years ago. What the hell?
Okay. Well,
Bro,
The
let's
best way to
keep
test
it
if you got
alive.
COVID, eat a Tide Pod.
Oh.
No.
all right.
You're gonna have to rent a cut me up from tomorrow. I ain't gonna be doing that mess.
All right. All right. Well, thanks you, Roan. Thank you, Western. And, of course, the rest of the Smudcast, as always. Been fun times.
Good night.
Have yourself a good one. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye now.